orcs and other inherently evil races, like goblinoids, you know, in general, are often used as stand-ins, right, for black people, Asian people, you know, disabled people, Jewish people, etc.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Tell me more, did she put up a fight?
Oh my god, please.
This is not the face of the hobby anymore. And I think there's been mistakes made in years past where people assumed that D&D players were all, you know, white dudes in a basement, which has been a faulty assumption for a lot of years and gets more and more false every day. And so it's, in my viewpoint, honestly, guys like me can't leave soon enough. The guys like me can't leave soon enough.
Not to fear, little children. I will help.
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
And here we go.
I got shorts on tonight. Thank you very much.
I'm glad you got shorts on.
Y'all can all kiss my ass. What's going on, folks? We are back once again. And got my number one host, co-host, Brother Dan. Ain't paying attention to shit.
I'm paying attention to you. My wife, I told my wife I was coming out here to clean the garage, and she was like, "That doesn't look like cleaning. That looks like you're smoking a cigar and talking to James."
Well,
I love you. Would you like to join the show, or are you just going to stand there and make snide comments?
what's up, Rob? And Jemison, Jemison?
E.G. Me-san.
E.G. Me-san.
Yeah.
Ah,
Japanese style.
consequence. Good.
Hey, no one a consequence.
gracious.
Going.
I roll.
E.G. Me-san, I will try very hard to get all these
there's
Gen
Shellback.
Xers.
Yeah. Shellback,
how
how'd you hurt yourself? Do what? I'm sorry.
I was telling Ijimi-san that I'm going to try very hard to get all the Gen Xers to learn how to pronunciate his name properly.
Ijima-san. Ijima-san.
Ijimi-san. Oh, look, there's an Amazon truck.
Ijimi-san.
What the hell my wife brought. You need some dungeon crawler Carl boxers to lead our underwear cult.
I got tired of y'all picking at me, so I put on shorts.
Did you know?
I did. Probably won't even have to get up. But oh yeah, thank you. I forgot about that.
You're welcome. Now people can read it. Now I can read it.
Yeah, now I don't have to squint. How's everybody doing tonight? So hopefully this in here will be a lot of fun.
Hopefully.
We're going to try to go old school, but we're going to mix in some new school with it and then try our best to make fun of it. And so what you got going on this week, boy?
Well, so one of the things Roger does on his stream on Tuesdays is to start things off while people kind of file in. They show off stuff that they got during the week. So I thought, you know what? We could do that. Totally just steal Roger's thing. It works well.
A couple of books today.
Well, and you mentioned a mail call yesterday. That's why I thought about it. So I grabbed a couple things out here to the garage, my land of hangout. So first thing I picked up was, this isn't hang on. It's fucking thing. It's virtual camera.
It's a green screen.
Here, hang on one second. How do I visual effects? None. Hey, look, my garage is filthy. Beaver Swamp. So this is by Luke Gearing. It's like an OSE type adventure, old school type adventure. He did, I believe it's called Wolves Upon the Coast, which is apparently a very excellent campaign setting. Comes with a cloth map.
Oh, cool.
We're not gonna spend anything today at Jimmy's Son.
We're gonna try not to.
It also came with these punch outs that you can use on your table. And then I picked up this. It's an OSE adventure called Elder Oak because Stan mentioned it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
and
I've seen that.
yeah, it was super cheap on actually Noble Knight of all places, and it came with the PDF, so it was like $13. So I picked it up. But I was reading through it this morning. It looks really cool. I'm probably gonna just insert it into one of my existing games and let people play with it. Hey, Stan. So I'm excited to try that.
Stan, we got to get together and see what we can come up with about our.
Hey, Joe the lawyer. What's up, Joe? And then this came in.
Good God, it's a damn miracle.
What's a miracle?
Joe the lawyer in my stream. Ooh,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, you're moving on up in the world.
I'm telling you.
You know why? It's because he knows that you secretly love 5e. But
hell, I don't know about all that.
I did get something really, really cool that I know you're gonna like. That only cost me $60 because I lowballed some dipshit on eBay.
All right, whoop it out. No way.
Look how beautiful this box is.
Ah, dude, score.
$60.
Is it got everything in it? Dice?
Yep. It does not have the dice. That's the one thing it didn't have. But
score though. Fuck yeah.
The rule book is like pristine. I don't even think this was ever used.
Oh, $60. That is
and the copy of B1 is like sick. And
good deal.
There's like not, you probably can't see it on my crappy camera, but there's not even any like rust on the staples or anything.
Congratulations.
So it was sitting up there for like $250, but it had or best offer. And like it had been up there for I think like a year. I remember looking at the post date or whatever, and it had been up there for a long time. And I was like, does the rule book have the chits? Let us look.
Damn, that's a good. Which I mean, I've got it on the shelf back there, but my box ain't as in good a condition as that one.
Yeah. So
should be in the back.
Yeah. It does not. There are no chits in the back.
Still though, that's $60. That's a steal.
Yeah. $60 for a really sick copy of Holmes. I'll take it. So, but eBay or best offer. I get some decent stuff on there from time to time.
That man, congratulations.
I knew you would like that one. That was for you.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, sir. Round of applause for my boy here.
So that's how I'm doing.
I need to start lurking around eBay shit.
It's fun. I'm putting my background back on so that way you can see my beautiful books and not my nasty ass garage that I keep telling my wife that one day I'll clean.
And you kept that shit quiet too. You didn't even break no word of it or nothing to me. I didn't know anything about it.
No, I wanted to surprise you with it when it showed up, and it showed up a couple days ago. So, but
I'm excited for you. That's you didn't have there. You didn't already have it.
I did not have Holmes. No, I started on Beckme. I've got Moldvay Basic. I don't have Expert for some reason. Expert, when you try to find the box, it's like $200, and I'm not gonna spend that. So
yeah,
but
yeah, somebody was selling just the damn box for the blue box, and it was like $100 and something for just the box.
Yeah,
I'm like, what do I want the box for? I want the books too. So yeah, I got a lot of love for Holmes though. I mean that's my favorite adventure of all time is inside that book. So
I know.
So
well, it was it's interesting because having started on Beckme, right? There's really not much difference between Menser Basic and Moldvay Basic. There's a little bit, but there's definitely more between. I've been reading through the book a bit. Holmes Basic and Moldvay Basic. I was 8 when I started playing, 7 or 8. I was in 2nd grade, Shellback. So it was like 91, 92.
Shell, didn't you say you hurt yourself today? Tell us about it, my guy. Was that you?
I'm assuming he was singing the song "Hurt" by 9 Inch Nails and covered by Johnny Cash. He did it way better.
I see it. I see it. Disregard, Shell. That's my dumb ass.
Holmes was knowing the consequences first. Very cool.
Yeah. Damn, that's awesome. I've been on eBay here and there, but I really don't pay it no never mind. But
thank you, Jimmy-san. And yes, no one, I agree. $60 was an absolute steal. I did not expect it to get accepted. I just kind of like, I was laying in bed at night, just screwing around on my phone, you know, checking shit out. And I was like, Holmes Basic. That box looks nice. $60. Send. And then the next morning, I was like, your offer's been accepted. Here's your tracking number. I was like, no shit. Okay, cool. So,
I mean, in all fairness, though, the majority of that older stuff is sitting on the shelf behind me because that's where I grew up in. So, and I've got the, where is it at? Where did I put my?
yeah, we started on Beck Me, Jimmy-san, because my
down there on the bottom shelf.
My best friend's older brother had moved on to AD&D 1 and 2E, so he didn't care about his red box, so he gave it to his younger brother, which is my buddy Pat, and we played it.
Cool. Well, my mail call come in today, and I think you already have these. And some bitches are heavier than I thought. What's my favorite setting?
Dragonlance.
Now, did I do that or did you do that?
I did that so they could see. Yes, I do have that. Did you get the legends too? They are very nice books for like the $22 or whatever they are. Yeah, they look nice.
Yeah. I'm super stoked over these. Because I've got the original box set for the Dragonlance Chronicles on the shelf back there.
Yeah.
And, but I didn't have the big boys there. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take them. And then next time I go to a con that Margaret Weiss is at, I'll try to get her to. And I guess if Tracy's there, all right, his woke ass can do it too. But
yeah, Buster and Ijimi-san were talking about how they use eBay to collect some old setting stuff.
Yeah,
I do too, although it's I don't do a lot of setting stuff. I have all of Dark Sun, but I've had that for a while. I do have a save search for the original Dragonlance box set. So when like new ones pop up, I'll get an email, but they're so expensive. They're in like the 3-digit range. I was voted DM by my buddies, Ijimi-san, because I scored the highest on a math test in like 2nd or 3rd grade or whatever the hell. I'm so proud of you for wearing shorts.
You suck my ass. You talking about that?
Yeah, that one, Tales of the Lance.
Yeah, now I can get up and showcase stuff.
Yeah. I agree, Omanal. It'd be nice if Drive-Thru actually had like poster printers that they could go to like 24 by 32. That'd be nice. Or even bigger, but I just don't think they have a plotter that could do that. Yeah, take it to a plotter. Used to have one in the old office.
Also got a sink strainer in today too.
Yeah. I agree. It's easier to print the PDF in a lot of cases. I agree, Joe. At least James is wearing pants.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shellback.
Thank gosh. Yeah, Lord. No, but no, and once I get them on the shelf this evening or tomorrow, then they'll probably never come off the shelf. They're just.
Do you have any room?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna eventually start moving novels, paperbacks over to this thing. I'm gonna have to end up getting another one of those shelves and sitting it on the end down there because I'm running out of room. I got 2 more shelves left on this bookshelf. And the one behind me is completely full. I'm double stacking novels and shit. So I don't know. But I might
stop buying stuff.
Huh?
You could stop buying stuff.
Well, I mean, damn, I see stuff, and you got to get it. And it didn't help last night.
Yeah, I think last night a lot of people spent a lot of money when we were talking about all those supplements.
Some money, good.
I know. I spent like $150, and then I got a little bit intoxicated. And during Lord Mattias' second watch stream, I started gifting memberships. So, oops. Is there a rooster in the room? No, that's just James saying because. That's funny. At least James isn't wearing the old-fashioned long jobs with the flattened back.
Wait a damn minute now. Y'all mess with me when I'm wearing my boxers. I put on shorts for you guys, and now you're messing with me because I'm wearing shorts. I don't know. Can't please nobody.
I don't believe I hit 200 because I didn't buy a lot, but I did buy the main thing I bought was the Dread Dungeonomicon, the special cover that came out a couple days ago, and that was like $60 or whatever. So,
yeah, I forgot to do to get those 2 drive-through books and forgot about them because I was tired.
Don't tell my wife.
Oh, but anyway, I got them bookmarked. I'm gonna watch them when they go back on sale again. I'll pick them up, or I may just buy them outright. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you get the physicals, then the sale wasn't saving you any money anyway because the sale was only on PDFs. It's very, very rare that actual physical books get put on sale on drive-thru.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ijimi-san bought the alt cover of Dread Dungeonomicon. I know a couple people in chat bought the Monster Overhaul after I linked it. That book is so good. It's so worth it.
Yeah, I've got what have I got bookmarked here?
You should have the BX
Companion, Magic Class Builder, the Singed, and Perilous Treasure physical books 1 and 2. So,
yeah, that was fun. Hey, Wibbs. How you doing, buddy?
Wibbs. So, I didn't catch the Monster of all one. Yeah, we covered a lot of stuff until me and Stan hijacked the stream for about 30 minutes.
I'm telling you, man, I really enjoyed it. And then, like, I wrote down, all right, favorite adventures for next week because I got a ton of adventures I can talk about.
Text me about that though when we get done with the stream, and I got you. But so we're going to talk about campaign settings then versus now.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll probably mix in a little bit of the D&D keynote thing.
Oh boy.
Something we talked about last night, or we actually talked about it a little bit today, was in Dark Sun, slavery was like a big thing. A big thing. I mean, that was like mainstream in Dark Sun. Anybody want to place bets that every bit of that gets pulled completely out? I mean, they're basically they're going to neuter Dark Sun because they don't want to offend nobody. There's no way they're going to print anything with that in it.
No, there's not a chance in hell
that
they'll print that for Dark Sun. There's no way.
So if you take that out, it kind of just guts the whole setting.
Yeah, I mean it completely changes it. And the other thing that a lot of people were noticing. And I noticed it too during the keynote.
It had its own supplement. Mm-hmm.
No, not even that. There was too much metal in all the art. Dark Sun basically has no metal. All the weapons are made out of like bone and chitin and like obsidian. Yeah, like that's one of the big things. Is like there's no metal left in the world.
It's kind of like taking slavery out of the 4 slave lord modules. Yeah, what do you got left?
Yeah, that would not work very well.
It's not going to work with Dark Sun. I mean, they talk about bringing it back, but yet, I mean, everything they bring back, they just ruin it. It was like with Shadow of the Dragon Queen, and I don't get me wrong, I wasn't excited for that adventure, but I didn't, I weren't going to give them any money for it, but I was still, once I acquired it, I was going to actually see about mining it for source material.
I actually never got the actual event. Do you have the actual book?
The PDF. I have the PDF.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I have the board game because I found the board game for $2 at Ollie's. after they had that big liquidation, when WotC had that big write down and liquidation a couple years ago. The board, I think it's still in shrink wrap downstairs. I never even opened it, but I was like, hey, board game, $2, whatever.
Everything they release, they screw it up. It was like the Dragonlance adventure. It felt like a generic adventure, and they just painted over it and put a Dragonlance skin on it. But it was still the original generic adventure. It didn't have any. It just didn't feel like a Dragonlance adventure. It did.
Yeah.
And two, they focus too much on the War of the Lance too. You got to get away from that. So I think that was another thing. You know, they keep focusing. It's just like all the novels that they're writing. They're focusing on that same era. You know.
Yeah.
You got to get away from that. You're making the whole entire setting one dimensional. So, and then you got Lou Gygax with the World of Greyhawk. What was it?
The new logo for Greyhawk looks so stupid too.
Yes, it does.
The
What's
purple,
the name of that,
drippy letters that they did. So dumb.
See if you can find it and pull it up where they can see it.
Oh, the new logo.
Yeah,
I can pull it up, but it's definitely an inappropriate meme version that I can't show on stream because it has
Crown
choice.
of the Witch Queen. So I'm assuming that's going to be a play off of Igwilv.
Yeah.
So
and yeah, I agree with Stan completely here. They're just going to focus on gore. That's going to be their edge and their mature for Dark Sun. Maybe they'll pop a titty out, right? That's why it'll be shrink wrapped.
Highly doubt it.
Yeah, I highly doubt it too. But it wouldn't surprise me if that was like the one edgy thing they did.
They got to do something edgy, like you said, to get away from the fact that they're not going to have slavery in it. So they've got to overcompensate in another area to try to pull people like we make them not worry about it missing slavery in it. So,
be right back.
They tend to bugger up everything they touch. The secret there. Yeah, I mean, and believe me, I'm not going out of my way to bash WotC on what they release. I'm just stating facts. I'm stating facts. And there's nobody in this chat that's going to be able to dispute that. It's facts. Everything they release, they screw it up, or it's just blah. I mean, what was it in Planescape? Everybody was raising hell and bitching about the Planescape release. You know, how they screwed that up. And now they're talking about what? Eberron and Ravenloft, and then they're going to dish out Forgotten Realms to third-party creators.
I'm going to send Joe the lawyer the link because he does play 5e, so he'll have some good
Joe
feedback
put it on his
this
stream. Joe don't give a shit.
I know.
I love old Joe. He's good people. Joe still ain't tried to do a collab with me like he said he wanted to.
Oh, well, you know what? I just sent him the link, so on Discord.
And let's see, is he still in chat?
Yeah, he just said he's taking a break from prep.
Oh,
if you feel like having a third guy to yak with, shoot me a link. So I just shot him a link.
I ain't heard nothing on no collab with your boy. I mean,
what are you going to collab on? You hate 5e.
I don't necessarily hate the 2014 5e. I dislike a lot of the mechanics and rules. I don't. The original 2014 5e was not a terrible system. It just, you had to do a lot of adjusting and house ruling to fix a lot of stupid shit in it. But now the 5.5, yeah, that ain't nothing but a woke DEI sludge. That's all that is. And you notice in the damn keynote thing from last night, it was just girl power, girl power, girl power. Notice that?
Yeah.
I hardly see any white boys anywhere.
There was a really funny comment on one of the Discords I'm on, and they had that video of like the mule. I think she was a mule, gladiator chick that ripped the head off in the video.
Yeah.
We were talking about that on one of the Discords, and one of the guys on the Discord said, well, yeah, that looks cool, but just remember she's capped at 1875 strength. And I thought that was hilarious.
That's cold. That's extremely based. I like it. Yep. Which I remember them days back when the females were capped, and it made sense.
Well, yeah, no, everybody got mad.
Yes.
So Omanal, they did say Brahm will be doing art, but so I would have to go back and rewatch it, and I really don't want to. But when Joe Manganiello mentioned Brahm, he mentioned Brahm doing art for Joe's Death Saves world and the shirts and his line of shirts that he was going to release. I didn't see any Brahm art related to Dark Sun at all.
Oh, we got to bring him on.
Brother Joe, how you doing?
Evidently, you sent him a link.
Hey, what's going on? You hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear great.
All right, cool. It worked. Oh, shit. I haven't used StreamYards in a long time.
You can cuss on this stream. It's okay.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, I'll break you
You're
guys.
not a PG.
Fuckity, fuck. There you go.
Don't get carried away, but
What's going on?
What did you think of the keynote, Joe?
Yeah,
I saw bits of it. I didn't see the whole thing. Me and Tim and Paul, we do that Thursday thing. We record a couple videos every couple Thursdays. So
yeah,
Paul said he'd seen it, and he says, you want to do something on that tonight? And me and Tim hadn't seen it, so he's like, well, that's good. Don't. That way, I'll show you bits and pieces. I'll jump around, and then you get like a fresh reaction.
Oh, that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, so it's coming out next Thursday, so a little late, and whatever, we'll drop next Thursday. But so I didn't see the full thing, but Paul jumped to the main parts he thought were interesting because we don't go too long, and it was fun. It was fun to do because it was a lot of shitting on it. I mean, it seemed like hot garbage, like you were saying. Dark Sun, how are you gonna do that nowadays without the slavery? You know how?
It's not that we're not celebrating slavery. It's just. It's there.
Yeah, it's so integral to
and
the
your
setting.
characters that you're playing are there to try to put an end to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
That. How is that bad? I don't know.
I never played Dark Sun before. The only thing I got is this one book over here.
Yeah, I've never done Dark Sun either. Really,
Dragon Kings, because I heard they had great psionics rules in here, and I always thought second edition psionics were the best psionics rules you could ever get, right? Because it wasn't just. Everything else is like spells called it's like fireball, but psionic. Right. The fuck is that? You know what I mean? I want psionics. I want telepathy and all that kind of shit. So that's what I bought this for, just to fuck with psionics. But like I said, I don't have much experience with it at all. I just kind of looked at it and I was like, God, this sounds just lame. I don't know how they're gonna pull it off. All they're doing is like boobs and blood. It seems like, oh, we're getting Heavy Metal Magazine, but I'm sure it ain't gonna be Heavy Metal Magazine.
Is really against everything WotC stands for, boobs and blood.
Boobs and blood. I know. Who knew? I know that they're into this
like
shit.
I told Dan, they're having to do something like that in order to pull the eyeballs away from the fact that there's no slavery in it anymore.
Yeah. If I was making that Dark Sun trailer,
blood, how about that?
I would have had that gladiator rip the head off of the gay dwarven bakery dwarves from 2024.
God. Yeah.
That would have been funny.
Oh, and walking around in sandals in a fucking dwarven forge. What kind of moron does that shit?
Yeah,
notice that they're all wearing sandals. Birkenstocks. Birkenstock dwarves. Granola head dwarves. Yeah, right.
And the Mexican orcs. Yeah.
Well, you can't forget the Mexican orcs.
They're not drawing old fans back by getting rid of half of what made that setting special.
I know.
So
I know.
I just don't understand what angle they're trying to come at this stuff. Everything they rehash again from old school, they screw it up.
They do.
They are zero. There's 0 for whatever. If there's 5 things they've done, they are 0 for 5. They ain't got none of them right. Not once.
Yeah.
And I don't.
And look at the guys in charge. These people have not had a stake in their fucking lives. I swear to God, a lot of soy going on out there.
I was watching it with James and Bloodworth and Stan, and I was like, man, the soy level on this stage is amazing.
Yeah, bunch of soy bitches. Soy bitches everywhere,
That one dude, he couldn't beat himself out of a wet paper bag. I mean, that guy.
The guy that was talking about D&D Beyond. Yeah, I was like, man, that guy can't even bench the bar.
And I love, how they pulled up those little screens of showing off the new D&D Beyond. And every time they got the one that had a microtransaction on, they tried to get past that real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit! They're just going to microtransaction people to death.
That's all they want. And it's like I was surprised because I'd never used D&D Beyond. I didn't need it.
I never have either.
You know, for pen and paper shit, I prefer that. You know.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like it's a weird thing because I would have thought that they had some level of find a DM on D&D Beyond already, and now they're introducing this find a DM feature where you get to pay a DM. Now, how are you going to first of all pick je ne sais quoi? Yeah, I'm French, fruity tooty. But how are they going to find like qualify? Are they going to screen DMs? Because you know, you get a good DM, you get a bad DM. I mean, this is the one thing they really fucked up is they did not care about DMs at all ever. You know, they just don't care about them, right?
Yeah.
And so, what are they going to do? What are they going to do with it? They don't know no understanding of what makes a good DM. They gave up on DMs for like 7 years now since COVID, right? Yeah. You know, and these people, they DM, I don't believe it.
It's sad. I was watching it, and it really sucked. But it's sad when you watch some of your favorite childhood authors, Margaret Wise, Tracy Hickman, Bob Salvatore, how they started out, and they were just. They wrote some of the most epic books of ever, and now you look at them now, and you know they've all swung left, and now they're just in bed with all that bullshit and the girl power. What'd you say about they retired Drizzt, and now it's his daughter going Supergirl and everything?
So the funny thing was Joe Manganiello introduced R.A. Salvatore, and he did it with the preamble of, Bob's going to be writing some stuff for my World of Death Saves. And then R.A. Salvatore just kind of, saunters onto the stage, and he tells the same story about how he created Drizzt like right before some TSR board meeting or some damn thing over the phone. Yeah. And he tells that story at every single book signing. I've gone to like 6 or 7 of them because I used to read a ton of the Drizzt
and
books.
None of them said anything about what's coming up new.
No. Yeah, even Tracy Hickman was like, we want to give it to you. I'm like, give what?
Nothing. They didn't cover for the first 35 minutes. They didn't touch on anything. Nothing. Mm-hmm. It was just them like trying to motivate the crowd. It's like, now are y'all glad to be here? And everybody was just like, and they were like, that was about a 6. I want to hear 11. And they done the same thing. It didn't even get louder. I'm like, oh, this is so cringe.
Yeah, I don't even think he really writes about Drizzt anymore, though, Buster. I'm pretty sure he just writes about Drizzt and Caddy Bry's daughter, Breezy.
I couldn't finish. I read about 9 Drizzt books, and I couldn't. I just had to quit because Drizzt ain't gonna die. He
did. Die. No, he died at one point.
Well, appreciate that.
And then Miyaliki brought him back.
Oh yeah, well there you go.
I don't know what they're going to do with him. I mean, it's the guy. I know he's an elf and he could live zillions of years, but isn't it all done already? Right? Has he lived through 1st edition, 2nd edition, 3rd edition, 4th? He's lived through every stage, every incarnation of the Forgotten Realms, right? And now, since Wizards of the Coast is moving to Greyhawk, what are they going to do with him? They're going to transport his ass to Greyhawk or his daughter to Greyhawk?
Right. Well, they're doing the same thing with Drizzt as they do in Dragonlance. Dragonlance is beating that War of the Lance to death, and they're riding on the back of Drizzt because they don't have anything else to take over and carry that torch.
No. It's development. They haven't developed anything.
Oh, but hey, World of Warcraft. Ooh.
Oh God, the licensing shit. Holy God.
My God.
That's all they got, though.
That's
all they got.
That's the Magic the Gathering playbook.
Well, they ruined Magic the Gathering. Have you looked at their numbers for Magic? I used to play in the professional tour. Literally. I mean, I went to 3 pro tours. Didn't do that good, but I went. I qualified. And back then, the shit was awesome. And then you look at it now, and it's like, hey, Agile. But now you look at it like, oh, I'm going to cast my Spider-Man with Batman over here, and then we're going to have a Hobbit come in.
Yeah, Magic's so weird now.
Yes, they don't even feel like Magic. And they're doing the same thing. Somebody said, what's next? G.I. Joe and Transformers.
It's all they got is cross-branding because they ignored the hobby in an effort to make the business about the brand, right? So they ignored the playing of the D&D. They ignored training DMs. They ignored putting out good adventures. They ignored everything about the hobby that they possibly could, all in pursuit of the almighty VTT with AI DMs that's going to save the day.
Yeah.
that shit to bed because we all knew it would because they can't implement anything. They couldn't even implement a fucking character sheet in 3rd edition. Remember that CD you got in 3rd edition D&D?
Yes.
They couldn't do that right. It was buggy as shit, right? And so they can't do that. How in the hell? And they hired hundreds of people, hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever the hell it cost, and it shit to bed, right? Because I think the president says, "What? This isn't Baldur's Gate? You mean, well, oh shit, well, you're fired." And there you go.
Every time they come up and re-release a new setting like Dragonlance, Greyhawk, whatever, all they do, or anytime they bring in one of these new settings, you'll get like one, like the biggest setting
the one book
brought in should have been like the Exandria setting for D&D. That should have been their and what they do, one book, the guide to Wild Mount.
Well, they didn't even do it. Matt Mercer printed it through his publisher.
No,
I don't think WotC published that. Yeah, I mean they pushed it, but they didn't actually publish it. I think I'm pretty sure
because I think the WotC logo is on it.
Is it?
I thought it was too. Yeah, I thought it was their thing. I didn't buy that piece of shit, but yeah. And despite what James keeps saying, I'm a 5e guy. You know, I bought a lot of shit. I played a lot of shit.
I have my section of shame behind me.
There's some decent stuff in 2014. All of the adventures are terrible, which is funny because one of the things they mentioned was licensing out the worlds, right? Ghostfire Gaming is going to get Ravenlofts. They've done some grim, dark stuff. I've got a monster book that is actually kind of cool that they have. But like Kobold Press is getting the Forgotten Realms. Kobold Press wrote Tyrant of the Dragon Queen or Horde of the Dragon Queen. That's
terrible.
First adventure module. It's terrible. It's awful.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Was it Kobold Press or was that Green Ronin who wrote that?
I thought it was Kobold. Was it? I'll have to look. I have it downstairs.
Look.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go fucking look. Now you got me. I just did a fucking thing on a whole review of this shit.
Yeah, I know. I because I was when you were doing those, I'm like, well, this should be good because that sucks.
Christ. Portal.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to release the one damn thing, and then they're going to move on. And it's that I don't understand why they do that either. If you're going to release a setting, if people are interested in it, start pumping out books for it. You're going to make money off of it.
Yeah,
and they never do it.
I got to see. Now you got me looking. It was Kobold. You're right. You're right. It was Kobold Press. Yeah. Wolfgang Bauer's involved on that shit. Yep. And the thing with here's the thing. Here's I'm convinced because you notice the new 5.5, right? They moved to Greyhawk as their base setting. I just see that shit. It's no longer Forgotten Realms as like the base setting in this. I am convinced that's because they got rid of everybody who knew anything about anything at Wizards of the Coast, and they are just hiring freelancers.
Yes.
And they, even though they're so fucking stupid, they do know that if you mess up anything with Forgotten Realms lore, the Forgotten Realm fanboys are going to shit on you. And there's 40 years of Forgotten Realms lore. And the Wikipedia doesn't even give you everything, right? Forgotten Realms Wiki. And so you have all this stuff out there that so if you mess up one little thing, you're dead, right? Nobody knows it anymore. So they're like, well, let's go to Greyhawk because surely nobody remembers Greyhawk as a setting and nobody understands anything about it. So we have a clean slate to go in and shit on it like we did in Forgotten Realms for the last 40 years, right? And we could do whatever we want in there. It's wide open virgin territory to spoil. And in the meantime, they're gonna, what are they gonna do? They're gonna bring Luke Gygax to do shit for it, right? Yeah.
Okay.
And then I went and checked Wildmount. The Explorer's Guide to Wildmount has D&D all over it. So
yes, Stan mentioned it. The revised Exandria book that's the one I was thinking about. Was done by Darrington Press.
The Guide to Wildmount setting is Darrington Press. They didn't go through WotC with it.
Yeah, I've never been much of a Critical Role watcher, so it's not.
No,
really,
I mean, I started out with Campaign 1 for maybe 30 episodes. I just couldn't take it.
I watched.
How far I got?
I watched the Briarwood arc of Campaign 1.
Yeah, that was
fun. After Orion left because he was annoying as hell.
Oh God, yeah.
But after that, it was just like, okay,
I'll admit the Wildmount and Tal'Dorei settings are both pretty neat. I mean, they're cool settings. I don't have anything bad to say about the settings.
Yeah, no, he's a good DM. He's a legit DM. I wanted to see what that's all about.
I love his DM style. I love watching him DM, but I can't stand the B-rated acting. I just can't. I can't. I just Marisha Ray is cringe. I can't stand watching her.
I just think it was better before it was pre-recorded and scripted. That's all.
That's the key right there. You know, because I watched.
They started that in what? Campaign 3
and 2.
Was it 2?
Yeah, in 2. 3 was one where they really did it, but they started it in 2, is my understanding. And campaign 2 is supposed to be really good.
But I mean, is it real?
Yeah, I have no idea.
30 episodes of that when they got to Nomaton, whatever that Gnome City is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I never watched campaign 2, so. But oh, go ahead, Joe.
I was running a game in a game store in 18, 19, a bunch of kids mostly, and then one 60-something-year-old woman who must have been the only woman playing D&D in the 70s because she's OG, and a bunch of kids in the late teens and early 20s. And every time they came in, and they're like, "Oh, critical role," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm setting up my shit. I don't know what they're talking about." They're all the time like, finally I asked her, like, after like 5 sessions, "Hey guys, what the fuck is critical role?" They looked at me like I had 9 heads. I'm like, how do I not know what that is? And so I'm like, they told me, and I'm like, okay. And then I looked at it, and I'm like, whatever. And then recently, in the last year, I watched the first episode of each campaign, and I saw the progression of shit. Right? It started out like guys playing D&D, like friends playing D&D, and then it went to like a radio drama. Right?
Yeah.
And it was just like, but then I went back and I said, but you know what? The first campaign looked good. So I did what you guys did. I watched like the first 30 episodes, 35 episodes, and it was good. It was good. Yeah, he's a good DM.
Like campaign. I just like Shell said, it got too woke. I mean, they started inserting all this gay crap into it, and I'm like, I don't want to see that. I want to see people play some D&D. Why do we have to insert real world politics? I don't understand why people do that. And
I didn't watch that part to see it. I didn't watch the part to see anything like that.
Yeah, I remember seeing a clip of one episode where Matt Mercer kept correcting the players on referencing some they them pronouns or some damn thing on some NPC he had. I was like, oh Jesus, okay. But I will say the animated series on Amazon for the first it's not bad. It's a decent one.
I enjoyed that. Yeah, I watched it recently. Joe
the second one,
I haven't seen the second one at all.
No, neither.
The Mighty Nine one. It's I don't.
It's not the same. I watched a couple. It wasn't the same, but the first one was pretty good. The first one was real D&D.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a good D&D cartoon.
I wasn't even watching it for the D&D aspect. I was just, look, I tried to like campaign 1, and I was flip-flopping between it and campaign 2 to just kind of keeping it fresh.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, Matt'll keep me in it, and even he couldn't do it because it just got too bad,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Marisha. I can't. She was sitting there like when Talison's character died, and her sitting there acting like she's trying to cry in real life, play acting, and I'm just like, I can't watch this no more.
Yeah, I definitely didn't watch that part.
Sounds like unrequited sexual attention there, James. Just saying, a little. I can't stand the chick who's hot, doesn't like me. Yeah, we've all been there as geeks.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Have you seen her lately? I mean, she's put on about 70 pounds.
70 pounds.
Jesus, really?
Go look at her.
What?
There's no way.
Really?
This girl is. Yes.
Does she look like us?
Right.
Fat. Well, I mean, ever since she got her boob job, and I still say she had a boob job. Ain't no way she didn't. She's exploded.
You know way more about this than I.
It really is.
Like I could have fathomed.
You got her. I'm tracking boob size.
Don't buy into that propaganda bullshit about this.
Hey, Shadow, how's it going, buddy?
No, I mean, Laura Bailey, I love. She's adorable. I mean, she's basically a little child. But and I watched the little clips on YouTube and such, and they showed some newer ones, and they're and that's when I seen Marisha, and I'm like, damn.
Laura Bailey actually has some good singers in a lot of the episodes because she's got a dirty mind, and it's hilarious.
I mean, her and Travis are just, I love it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't hate on them. I just can't deal with there's just certain aspects of the shows. I can overlook it being 5th edition, but certain aspects of the show I can't get into.
Yeah.
Hey,
It
cell
just
phone.
got worse.
Also, they're so damn long. Like,
Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah,
I don't watch
they're-
one straight. It's just like they were for a while. It was sort of like you wrap up your day, you do all the shit you got to do. 10 o'clock rolls around. You break out a drink or something. You
super?
puff a little bit of something, and you just throw something on before bed to chill out. So I watch an hour, I go to bed. That was pretty much what I was doing with it. Yeah.
It started out okay. I just had to let her go.
Boob job, dirty old grandpa.
More like it. I agree.
Oh God, he's tracking boob size and ass size.
I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, knowing I said maybe she didn't just get that damn fat. Maybe she had a boob job. Oh God, boy, she looked rough.
I'm kind of curious. That's like, I mean, I think that's funny, but
I have to pull up a later episode and check it out and see what the deal is now. Just to see.
Now, yeah, but like now on season 4, aren't they doing like there's like 15 people?
Oh
and
God,
like
what is that about?
I haven't watched.
They tried to bill it as West Marches, but that's not West Marches.
It's not West Marches.
Yeah.
What's that damn the new DMs? I can't stand his DM.
Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Why does he always whisper?
I don't know. I can't figure that out either. It's the weirdest shit.
Constantly
and intently too. He's like, and then
I'm glad it's not just me. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either.
Lost their way. I mean, they really have. I think they forget where their roots are.
Well, their roots weren't making them tens of millions of dollars.
Well, that's it. This is why they script it.
I figured Foxy paid them a pile of money to stay with 5E because I really thought they were going to go with their new Daggerheart system.
I think Matt Mercer's running a game with Daggerheart now or something from what I've seen. I don't know. He's running a separate campaign using Daggerheart, I think. I watched that D&D news channel, comic book, not comic book, what the fuck? I forget what the hell it's called, but there's like 7-minute clips of whatever the hell's the latest, and half of the shit's always Critical Role, and half of it's D&D at Wizards of the Coast related
He's
stuff.
doing a live stream with it, or is this something on the side?
I think. I'm not sure. Not sure. But I think that people say, oh, they're not scripted. Early episodes were not scripted. You could tell, and they were playing it live, and you were rolling dice, and the reactions were real, and it was just a bunch of people playing D&D. In the first 30 episodes, there were only like 1,500 subscribers, right? So it was not a big thing. But when you got a $10 million a year franchise going, you're not going to let a faulty roll of the dice fuck up your income stream.
Right.
You're stupid if you're not scripting this thing.
Oh, yeah.
I 100% agree.
Because if you have a TPK, what are you going to do? That kills your campaign.
Well, they brought one back. Remember, in third campaign, I guess somebody died or something, and they brought characters from the first campaign to resurrect the third. Yeah. It was like it was a ripoff. It's like there's no fucking
Jim,
there's no reality.
You don't honestly believe that, do you? You don't according to the interview.
I mean, that's what they said on the Professor DM stream. I mean, maybe there wasn't, direct money that changed hands, but maybe there were some business agreements that were helpful in some way or another, right?
Maybe
but like,
we'll never know, right?
To keep them from doing Daggerheart.
We'll never know, but it's conjecture. You know what I mean? They got so much money off of Daggerheart, they don't need the promotion. It blew up, right? They got millions. They sold out within a millisecond, so they don't need that.
Joseph Lore thinks that Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast can piss up a rope.
There you go.
Yeah, and hopefully there is some good stuff in some of the new Greyhawk books that are coming out. I haven't looked at them. I was never a Greyhawk guy. I was Dark Sun and Dragonlance primarily when I was playing 2E. So and homebrew, obviously.
Dragonlance. So,
but I was more Dragonlance, but Forgotten Realms. But the Forgotten Realms I played with was. I was an early adopter. Remember the gray box for first edition D&D?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That was awesome. That was fucking awesome. It was everything you needed, not too much, just enough. It was perfect. And then the first few supplements, the Savage Frontier, Waterdeep in the North, I think in the one for Am and Kalimshan and all those areas there. Honestly, that's all you needed. You could run massive campaigns using those things forever. But after that, they changed their format. They changed their style, right? And they kept making, I think at one point they said, we'll never detail Sembia because they're leaving that for you, DMs, to make it your own. And then they detailed Sembia, right?
Sure
and
did.
Then they blow up the world, and then they bring back the world, and they undo what they did with the blow up the world with every single edition. Remember 4th edition Abomination? I call it living abortion of a game. It's like, they just bring it back. They undo it. They retcon shit. Never made any sense. No consistency, man.
Yeah.
Well, and going from 1E to 2E is when they had the Time of Troubles, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
that was like fun and different and interesting with the Divine War and everything, and some of the gods dying. That was
read
cool.
the books.
I read the books. Good. I enjoyed the novels.
Yeah.
So I don't. A lot of people talk shit about that. I don't necessarily think that was the beginning of the downfall of Forgotten Realms. Not that. I think what really destroyed where they completely lost their way was the Spell Plague.
Yeah, that was the 30. That was the 3 to 4 event.
I agree. Broke the world.
Everything 100 years into the future and kill off everybody that you ever knew, except for humanoids, just to fix what you screwed up.
Well, and when they did that, there was like a big revolt with all the authors. I remember reading about like Ed Greenwood, Salvatore, Paul Kemp, like all those guys that had established characters and everything, and a lot of them were humans, right? In the case of like Erebus Kale, by the way, Erebus Kale, Paul Kemp books, excellent if you ever want to read them. He's a cleric of mask, but like and that's why like WotC basically had to offer some like mea culpa to the authors to get them to write the companion series and like all those Sundering books. To like realign things for 5th edition when they went from Spell Plague with the second Sundering. Yeah, that was like a lot of news back in like 2014.
Did you notice in the announcement the other day who was not on stage? Are all these icons or whatever the hell they call them, right? These
and
luminaries. Ed Greenwood, where the fuck was he? Where the fuck was Ed Greenwood?
He was at Gen Con. He is at. I mean, I've been talking to Ed back and forth through messaging, and
really.
Yeah, he told me. He says, "I'll get with you when I get back." We've been discussing something, and he was heading to Gen Con. So
he was at EdCon. I actually got to meet him for the first time at EdCon. He was having lunch with Bill Sylvie with Dungeon Nova.
Nice.
That was cool.
I sent him a message on what the hell was it, Facebook or something once. Hey, whenever I want to talk, do a show, blah blah. He never got back to me. So my guy, he must have heard of me, so he doesn't like me. And there we go.
Well, nobody gotta get him. It's okay.
Got to get him before they hear about me, It's bad PR to go with Joe.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we talked. The last time he and I talked was like 7 years ago. I don't even remember what it was about. I remember seeing because I was like, have I talked to him before? And I looked and I was like, oh shit, back in this, and so
yeah.
I don't know. Like I say, I mean, he's a good guy. I enjoy. Even with the 5e content and stuff that he's still in bed with, Ed's always going to be Ed,
Yeah. I mean, he's got to make money, right? He's got, I don't know what he does. I think he was a librarian. He's retired. I don't know what the hell it is, but
yeah,
I don't blame anyone for, you got to make money. You got to make money.
A lot of people talking trash about Luke Gygax and, how can he get in bed with WotC after the way that WotC done Gary and blah, blah, blah. Look, man, there's a cash grab in that. And
personally, I agree with that take. But like, if someone was shitting on my dad, I would never talk to that person again.
Never.
But I mean, I get why he's doing it.
To Ravenclaw's point here, I wonder why the original Dark Sun books did not have mature content stickers on them. That's because in the 90s, not everybody turned into a pussy.
Nobody cared.
Yeah.
Nobody cared about that, and it's just like with the slave lords. They weren't nothing. I mean, they went in hard with slave lords, with slavery. And when you never heard anybody speak out against that.
Yeah.
Now, I remember when them books came out, the day it released, I was buying them because I ran those adventures. We lived in Germany. So
Paul, I know 5e just fairly recently last year had 2 Forgotten Realms books that came out. Was Ed Greenwood involved in those? Do you know?
Ed Greenwood came out with a book that I thought was fantastic about Forgotten Realms. It was like the Border Kingdoms or something like that, the Borderlands, the Border Kingdoms, and I thought that was an amazing book. It wasn't even really published that much, or publicized rather that much. What the hell is this area? The Border Kingdoms.
Yeah, the Border Kingdoms by Ed Greenwood and Alex Kramer. Okay, I didn't even know this existed.
Great product. I didn't either. I was like browsing somewhere on drive-through, and I'm like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "Oh shit." This is because it's never been detailed, and he put it out there, and it's in his old school style, and it was a really enjoyable thing. I made use of it for a game, But it was pretty good.
I read most of his books, all his novels. I think he's very talented.
Yeah, I agree.
I said I wasn't going to spend any money on today's stream, but Oops.
Oh, there you go. No, it's well worth it, man. It's well worth it. PDF
Thanks,
is cheap
Joe.
too.
I enjoy his YouTube channel too.
Yeah.
So-
Did you guys see Rob Kuntz? Bookmark this post.
I did see that.
There's a very biblical sounding, like Book of Revelations. There will soon be one walking amongst us who claims to be from us, but who is not. He will come with a pedigree, but all he cares about is himself. He will be allied with a common enemy and speak of the old days and ways. He will join with gold-hobbled wizards while betraying a past, ignoring the grievous insults heaped upon his kin, blinded by money, ego, and power. I will say no more nor answer questions regarding this event, but you will be aware when it happens. Mark my words. Bookmark
this post. It's like, yeah, that wasn't as cryptic as you thought there, Rob.
yeah. Not too obvious. Not too obvious. Then what, the next day or something, 2 days later?
Yeah.
You know? Whatever came of that? I mean, I don't know if I kept up with it.
I believe he was referencing Luke Gygax returning to Watson.
That's my surmise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's my take.
Yeah.
But he never come out and officially said anything.
He doesn't want to get sued.
Now,
probably.
The one thing I will say with the third party people that they're licensing the worlds to, if they allow those third party people to make stuff for those worlds in older systems, that could be cool, right? Like, maybe Cobalt Press will make like a Forgotten Realms adventure that is like OSR compatible or something, right? Probably not, but it'd be cool if they did.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's why I'm glad I'm in the OSR, because all this new crap, it's just I can go back and read the old novels and get just as much fun and enjoyment out of them as I did when I read them the first time.
And I got so much shit on my shelves I've never read that I keep buying, like in
I've
lunatic.
got books too. Yeah,
you don't need it. But I think it's just we all want to be part of it again, man. We all want that joy of going to Walden Books or wherever the fuck we used to go, right? And we would pick up, the Thing. We were excited for the new Dragon magazine, and when Dungeon came out, we were excited about that. And I remember sitting on the floor in the corner of Walden Books with my brother, my paper route money, never wanting to get burned again for having bought the Forest Oracle, slitting open the cover of every single module and pulling them out to read it to make sure it wasn't Forest Oracle level shit, right? And then we'd buy the good one. We consult. Do you want to do this? I want to do that? This looks good. Yeah. Then we get it, right? We want the joy of being part of the hobby again, being mainstream. But if they keep shitting on us with stuff like Thaco the Clown, right, from that publication they had, right, stuff like that, it's like you keep driving away there. And by the way, guys, these younger millennials and Gen Zers and alphas, whatever the fuck, they got no money. Who's buying shit? Look at the bookshelves behind all of us. All right, that's who's buying shit, not these kids. All right, they're pirating shit.
Yeah, the older millennials and the Gen Xers are the ones with disposable income because they're in their mid to late 40s and 50s, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Those are the people that, maybe their mortgage is about paid off or their kids have moved out. So they have money to spend on these things or they're retired, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I'm not far from that. I keep buying lotto tickets, so I got to check if I hit Powerball. But, we got a little extra. That's what it comes down to.
Right. Exactly. It's not like, I'm not swimming in cash, but I have enough money where a couple times a month, if I want to spend $60 on a book, it's not going to break me. So I do it.
Exactly.
Right.
Whereas the young kids are working at, Starbucks, making tips, right? Living with the parents and can't afford to do anything. And,
don't forget about the remaining boomers. All right, Boomer Man Dan Webb, I will not forget about you.
Dan Webb.
Hey, Randall. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Hey, Randall.
What's going on? Hey.
Yeah, I made a video on this, not within a week ago. I was talking about, back in the day when I was, as soon as the Slave Lords modules released in 80 and 81, I was buying them immediately and running them. And you're never going to get that back. Even if you are in the OSR 100% and you buy, it's like, I'm excited with Castle Entertainment. They got one more book for a Greyhawk Adventure series that they are releasing in December to finish off that trilogy. And yeah, I'm excited about it, but it's not the same thing as the way it used to be, 40 years ago. You'll never get that back. It's not quite the same thing. And it's sad,
It is. They forgot that they were the caretakers of a hobby as well as a business. I think that's what it is. They let it go.
They don't. Watsy doesn't understand that their company is being carried on the shoulders of people like us. We
Dan
are the
Ayub did
ones
mention that.
we brought that up. We
stream.
brought that company. We made them what they are. I mean, we didn't make them what they are, but I'm saying we're the reason that they're still relevant, because we're the ones that built this game from the ground up. You know, there's a reason why all the OSR content from the World of Greyhawk, and it's been out of print for what, 30 plus years, but there's more content on the World of Greyhawk that's fan made, that's legit badass.
Yes.
That you'll never get to use.
No.
And you know, and they think that we need what's going on in that new crap that they're doing. We don't need that. We don't need them bringing back Greyhawk. We don't need them bringing back Dragonlance, because we have stuff that's better than anything that they could create with Watsy.
But we want it though, right? I mean, this is like I went to see the new Spider-Man with my brother, my two nephews, and my sister-in-law yesterday. You know, took early vacation from work, left early. I sat down in the movies, and it was so good. If you know, there's inconsistencies. Turn your brain off and enjoy the fucking movie. And it was the first good movie since Endgame, and it was the best Spider-Man they've ever had with this new guy.
Okay.
It was the best Spider-Man of all the three Spider-Man in our mind, in our lives, right? I thought.
I've heard good things about it.
Thoroughly enjoyed the fucking thing, and I just enjoyed that I could enjoy an MCU movie again like I used to do until like 2020, whatever the fuck, when they shit the bed, right? Until it got, post Thanos. Everything post Thanos has been utter shit. And I just enjoyed the fact that I could do this. And everybody knew back when I was watching the MCU stuff in the day, most people believed the theater, even though most probably knew there was an end, post-credit scene. I looked around, 95% of the theater stayed for the post-credit with smiles on their face, having enjoyed a great movie.
Good.
That's all we want. That's all we want. Bring back the glory, the good stuff of the old days. Don't shit on us. And you could still make your new crap, but respect the old crap. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, it was it's funny that you mentioned Marvel, because I was on back in June. I was coming back from, I think it was actually North Texas. I got stuck in O'Hare in the airplane jail. They have a parking lot for the incoming planes to sit for like an hour and a half. So I watched the first Iron Man movie. Haven't watched it in years. It was so good. Yeah. And then I've been slowly, like while I'm working, I'll pop on. I've been kind of watching them in order, because like I stopped watching Marvel with when Tony Stark did the snap at the end of Endgame. Like that was, after that there was way too much to try to keep up with. They had like,
and it was crap anyway.
6 or 7 different shows on Disney Plus, and they started churning out like 6 movies a year instead of like the 2 or 3 they were doing for a long time. It was just too much to keep up with. So I mean, it's good to hear that the new Spider-Man's good. Maybe I'll give it a.
I enjoyed it. I'm gonna go see it again. I haven't walked out of a movie with a smile on my face like that since Endgame. Honestly, since Endgame, it was great. It was great.
Yeah,
and
the last Wizard. I was gonna say the last movie I saw in theaters was Top Gun Maverick. That's been that.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. I did see that in theaters.
I seen that at the IMAX. That was really good.
Was great.
So good.
That was great. Yeah. And I'll tell you, I'll give Wizards the Ghost credit on this, because they are doing what many people have said Marvel and DC should start doing, is since they don't care about the comic books anymore at all, right? They don't care about the print. They don't care about the stories. They're mining old shit for new stuff, right? For movies and TV shows. Everybody keeps saying, why don't you just farm out, sub-license the DC comic characters, like sub-license Green Lantern to somebody and sub-license Batman to somebody, and let them print their own print runs. And then you'll get a percentage of good comics, because these people know how to make good comics, right? But they won't do it. They won't let loose the control. Wizards, at least, is letting loose the control, because they realize they can't handle it. They don't know how to do it, and they're not going to do it right. And they don't want to invest the manpower in-house to do it. And they can't do it with contractors. They have to do that shit in-house, but they have no creatives left because they fired them all, right? And the new ones who want to work there are purple-haired weirdos. And so you won't ever get anything good out of those people, right? And so they're like, let's farm it out. DC and Marvel should do the same fucking thing, and then the comic book stores will grow again.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give it, like, license them out to people that actually care and respect the property.
What they could learn by letting let someone that's a fan of that genre do the work. Then you're going to get, It's like, and I hate to talk about Disney with their Star Wars crap, but I don't know if any of y'all seen the new Vader Episode 2 fan film.
I enjoyed it.
Was that not ridiculously super awesome? I mean, that felt like Clone War prequel, and I'm just like, Disney, look.
So this is what he did.
That was so good. Oh my god, it was so good.
I was on the edge of my seat. You know, it's like they ended it. Like, I mean,
the whole thing was perfect. So I don't know. I mean, the one were in the control room the whole time. I'm like, really? Are you not gonna go help your boys? But I mean, but the fit, that was perfect. I mean. And then
real Mr. Obvious, hang on, James, for 1 second. Real Mr. Obvious has a really good point in here that I want to touch on because I know all three of us have like AI for different reasons. So he's been using AI to scrape Dungeon and Dragon magazines and relevant information and import them into Foundry as side quests. There's a lot of great stuff in the old Dragon and Dungeon magazines.
Yeah.
And so he's using ChatGPT, the desktop software. You make a project, you put it in there, you tell it what to extract, and puts it into markdown files. Fun fact about Foundry, if you're using Foundry, you can copy markdown files into the journals directly, and it'll all the markdown syntax, it'll just format the text. It's awesome. So for anyone that is interested in that, it's very easy to do and a great way to mine a lot of existing content that you honestly probably didn't know was there.
Yeah. We all got the PDF Fairy, I'm sure, made a delivery to pretty much everybody's goddamn hard drive who's in the audience here. But you know what I mean? With all the dragons and all the dungeons and all the modules.
Put my Halo on.
Yeah.
I got like 2 terabytes of damn PDFs, and
every single one was legitimately acquired.
Yes, they were every single one. But now look, man, I ain't scared to buy material. I ain't scared.
Oh yeah.
It is funny though. There have been a few instances where I bought pods of the old like B and X modules, and the official WotC PDF is worse than the ones that the PDF Fairy delivered many years ago.
Really? That's funny. That's funny.
Just got those in today.
Nice. Yeah, the first Dragonlance, the Chronicles and the Legends were great. The early Drizzt books were great.
Yep.
I thought they were just fantastic, and then it just sort of just became like, you know, they consider it would be like slop, AI slop today you call it, but it was, you know, written by a person, but it was still slop, right? It was just like, you know, and format shit, you know, and formula shit rather. It's all it was.
Yeah.
I remember the old classic novels. I mean, like the Harper series. Read every one of them. You know, all the Elminster books or Elminster books. I've read all those. I mean, they're everywhere. You know, my whole bottom row on all my bookshelves is just double stacked on classic books. They don't even do books anymore.
I don't think they made money off of those back in the day. I
don't think they did either. Yeah,
I don't know. For me, because I bought every one of them.
But I mean, maybe back in the 80s and 90s when a mass market paperback was $5, right?
Yeah,
but like these days they're like 12.
Yeah. So I mean, if they started printing novels now, they'd probably sell them for $19.99, and you know, for a paperback,
hardcover.
Hardcover be $40.
Trade paperback, it wouldn't be. Yeah, but who reads anymore? Right, that's the other thing. We read, they don't. The younger ones don't read. They have no attention span. Harvard students, right? Harvard fucking university students are protesting because they don't want to read a whole book. They just want a paragraph or a snippet or a chapter because the whole book is too much. And this is Harvard.
That's sad.
My God. What the hell are we coming to as a country? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're cut from a different cloth compared to what's doing it today. I mean,
we didn't grow up with this thing in our fucking back pocket, right?
Right.
I mean, that's the difference.
I didn't have a cell phone until I was in college. And even then it was a dumb phone. It was a Motorola Razr.
Yeah.
Texting people 333-44-777. Fuck 7777.
Remember the old flip phones?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said something to me. Let's see here. Did you read? I've heard horrible reviews about them.
Really?
Everything. I haven't heard anything good about the new models.
No,
I'm rereading Dragonlance Chronicles now, and then I'm gonna read Legends again. I've read them all, but 30 years ago, and then I'm gonna read the Lost Chronicles. So,
nice.
I do want to read the Lost Chronicles. I stopped reading Dragonlance when Gene Rabe did the Fifth Age stuff.
Do you
like
got
Fate of
them?
the Tempest? Yeah, I still have them.
Okay.
But and I know Margaret Weiss made. I tried reading that series she did with Mina, and it was just awful. Mina is just like a Mary Sue can do no wrong type of character.
Oh,
yeah, it was.
You know what I
rough.
enjoyed? I think it was those guys. What they did was the oh God! Now I got to go fucking find the book. It's on my shelf because I can't remember anything anymore. Right?
I want to go back and touch on this while he's hunting this book, but you're talking about how they retconned and erased everything after Time of the Twins. In my Dragonlance campaign, up until like 383, right before Dragons of Summer Flame, that's where I homebrew. I don't use any material from Summer Flame forward. All the War Souls and all that bullshit. I don't use any of that. So I think my favorite point in time is around 381, right before the Age of Mortals. And because it gives you freedom. If you're homebrewing, it gives you complete freedom to do anything you want to do. And so let's see here.
Yeah, Ducato said the new Dragonlance trilogy is not great. Pains him to say that. That's
sad. I mean, Dragonlance is that's my baby. I mean, I grew up on Greyhawk because it was easier to run and play games in compared to Dragonlance because it just had so much more material. But I mean, the stories in Dragonlance, I just, I'm hooked. I've always been hooked, and I can never let that go. And it's something that when they go to killing off main characters like they did in Summer Flames and Forward, that's nah. I don't want you destroying what I grew up loving.
That's where I disagree with you. I'm okay with characters getting killed off when it makes sense. When Tasselhoff got stomped on by Chaos, that was a good fitting end to Tasselhoff.
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy the book.
When Flint keeled over and died in Dragons of Spring Dawning because he sprinted across the field and had a heart attack, that was a stupid death that had no point.
Yeah.
Sturm's death
I like how they brought him back.
Winter Night was great.
Yeah.
That was very fitting. Like, that was awesome. Like, Sturm's arc was great.
I would rather have the ones that were still living in 381 AC. They're just retired. They're too old. They're all in their 60s and such. So they're too old.
Yeah, I mean that's just I don't know.
I just retired.
Disagree in that one. I'm okay with characters meeting a fitting end.
It's the Fifth Age of Chaos as an RPG setting. It really opens up for that. Yes, I agree completely. I just like I say, I've always been in my campaign settings. I prefer classic. Whatever it is, I like classic Greyhawk. I don't like the new modern crap. Forgotten Realms, Gray Box. I'm a Gray Box guy through and through. Dragonlance, everything up to 381 to 383 before Dragons of Summer Flame. Ravenloft. I don't like how they completely changed Ravenloft with the new systems. I like the original one, how it was set up in the early second edition books. Yep. And believe me, there's more, and I got 50 times more on hard drives.
The books are like 30 to 40 years old, Cucci, at this point. Statute of limitations is long past. By the way, Sephiroth kills Eris at the end of Disc 1 in Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, it's sad. They're 40 years old and they're 10 times better than what's out now.
Yeah.
It's sad.
So I agree with Stan here too. When Salvatore ended a lot of his characters in the Dritz trilogy or saga, Legend of Dritz series, that was fine. And then when they arbitrarily got brought back, it was like, why? But
for money. It's always money.
Yes,
this is the one I want to look for. The Deathgate series. Remember these?
Yeah,
they were good.
Those are excellent.
Good. Yeah, I enjoyed them. Good characters, good story. I thought it was a good crafted world. It's too bad it wasn't something you could ever do like a D&D game in or something like that. The world wasn't designed for that in a sense.
Yeah.
Paul, they did Flint dirty. But since
they did him dirty.
I will say, Joe, I've very much been enjoying the videos you're doing with Paul and Tim. I think they're a lot.
Oh,
of
they're fun. They're fun.
They're
Thanks,
great.
man. They're really a good time.
Yeah,
they're really a good time. It's
those.
fun just to hang out and like this. You know what I mean? Just all that we do is it's a live stream that we record. That's
right.
We pick a topic. We spend half an hour on per topic. We try to, and we go over a little short, a little under sometimes. But yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun to hang out and bullshit, because we're all friends. We all play together and game together. So it's just a good time, Yeah, I'm having fun with it. Fun.
Yeah, I've enjoyed those quite a bit. Those are fun.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks.
It's funny that when we had our script set up for tonight's stream, and Joe comes on and derails the whole thing, and it just
not really. We're talking about settings. We're still talking about settings.
But it became better.
I agree.
Thank you.
It's an improvement.
You made an improvement on what he and I had planned. So
thanks, man.
We
Appreciate that
more often. So
it was fun. Yeah, it was fun hanging with Danny the other night a few weeks ago, and then I'm like, it's like I've been trying to get with you, James, but you said you're in bed by 7 p.m. or something, and I'm like,
he is. He has a bedtime, and he turns into a pumpkin at 8 Eastern.
Hold up, because see, you slandered me now. I'm not in bed. Well, I am in bed, but I'm watching movies or something, or watching TV series. But now, if I got a stream to be on or whatever, I'll stay up. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just if I don't have nothing planned, because see, I get up about 5:30 every morning. My body just wakes the hell up.
Oh God, no! I'm not like that. If I get like a Saturday like today off, I'm rolling out of bed at 10:30 because I got to bed at 2:30, and then I get up at 10:30. I roll out of bed at noon, take a shower, eat breakfast at 1. Start doing my shit around 2:30, come alive, and I just spent all day working on a map of a keep. Do my own version of Keep on the Borderlands. So I made a keep, did the map, and I'm like, finished, great, have a drink. And you guys logged in and did this. I'm like, you got something to watch while you,
You know what I like. All you got to do is let me know in Discord. Just send me a DM if you're doing a stream.
All right, that's cool, man. That's cool.
I enjoy hanging out with folks.
Paul would like for you to stop wishing for his death in the Monday
Hyperborea
game.
Never.
I personally think it's great.
Oh, it's fantastic. I can't wait. I'm gonna clip that shit and just ever play it every once in a while on my channel. When you kill his character off, I'll pay it too, man. I'll pay you. What's the super chat tip? What do you need to kill his ass?
I try to keep the that kind of stuff. I try to focus more on the adventures. I don't really try to.
Coochie, if I wanted to do that, I would play Fatal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. I've had groups where they enter, they get into a town and they go into the tavern or inn or whatever. I'm gonna pick up old barmaid, okay, and then that's off camera. That's you just do whatever. We ain't worrying about role playing now. You took old barmaid up to your room, okay?
Yeah, my game is not your playground to act out your weird sexual fantasies. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Ain't about that life.
Speaking of which, did you see the early Critical Role shows? The first few episodes, they get to town, and the two of them, the Goliath and the Bard, they're like, "Where's the whorehouse?" I'm like, "Whoa, you can tell this is pre-woke."
Yep.
I guarantee you, they don't say that in the new series.
Definitely do not.
I mean, Sam's his Bard. I mean, he weren't nothing but a whoremonger.
Yeah. And the cartoon showed it. The cartoon got there.
Oh, God,
it really went there.
I mean, I'm good with it. It was all in fun. I didn't have a problem with it. But no, you won't see that shit now.
No, they could never. They could never. We fade the black at our table. Yeah. You know what we do, though, at my table? We got into the habit. If you're ever going to do that, first of all, the first time you do that, you got to roll for dick size. All right. And so it's dwarves have to be have to be thicker than long. That's a rule for dwarves. So Flint,
we are.
So anyway,
we are playing Fatal now.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Then we roll performance checks. All right. And that 20, you knock the socks off. You're rolling that 1 on a performance check. Oh, that's bad.
So then we behave yourself. Behave yourself.
That's all we do, though. That's all we do. Everything else is fade the black.
I think I rolled.
But I did fuck my brother on a pregnancy check.
Roll for STDs and pregnancies.
I did. Last game, he had to do a pregnancy check because he banged some chick. His character banged some chick, so he got in a fight with the father or the brother or whatever. He had to go to the priest for a pregnancy check.
Channel band coming. Thanks, Joey. No, if they haven't
It's
banned
been a
Joe
good
by
run. My
now,
2 months on YouTube.
yeah, if they haven't banned Joe on his channel by now, we're safe.
No, that's good. Yeah, as long as you don't drop the F-bomb within a few minutes, you're pretty much can say or do anything. You know what I mean? You're good to go.
Is that still the rule for YouTube? Don't drop an F-bomb
Yeah,
like the first 30 seconds and you're good.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. And
I've
Paul
always
just pissed
stand by
me
the
because I
rules.
mock him about this all the time.
Like the first couple of minutes, keep it PG, and then
This right here is a $5 super chat that I framed because somebody meant to give it to Paul when we were doing a live stream together, but they shipped it to me. And so I
Amazing.
kept it and I framed it and I put it behind here to mock him all the time for it. So yeah, no live stream is complete without mocking Paul with that. So haha, Paul.
yeah, I was talking to somebody in Discord, and they were like, "You should post your address where people could send in stuff. You could do it." I'm like, "Yeah, I can just imagine the shit that people would be sending me in the damn mail."
Yeah.
No thanks. No.
I would not use that knowledge for evil.
Agile said it was him.
Dude, you're going from pipe. You're going from a cigar to pipe.
Yeah, I finished the cigar and I don't want to light up another one.
Damn, man.
This is my smoking garage. This is what I do out here. I hang out on Saturdays with James and I smoke.
Nice. With a grill lighter. Nice, dude.
Yeah, I ran out of matches and I haven't gotten any yet. So
with a grill ladder.
It works.
Oh my god. Yeah, see, this is what makes the old classic stream special. Where we're sitting at between our three channels, we're sitting at around 60 and just hold, and that's what it's about, you know.
Yeah.
Having a good time, just kicking the bobo and talking about the old days, and yeah. See, this is what separates. Yeah, I mean, you know, the OSR content creator channels ain't gonna get, you know, 500,000 subs like the newer ones. We have our own little small thing going on down here, a few thousand, you know, and that's fun because you know, everybody that subbed to your channel is like-minded people, and they share the same mentalities and ideas, and the same thing that drives me, it does with them too, you know.
And every time I watch like you guys live streams, I'm enjoying them. You know, I watch these and I'm like, it's the same guys in your chat that are in my chat. You know what I mean? It's like the same peeps. It's the same people. They're all.
I see a lot of my folks in yours.
Yeah. Did you notice though that if you look at your analytics in YouTube, if you look at the analytics for your videos, right, and your live streams, you see the video analytics are all like, for me at least, you know, equal 20% of each age bracket or whatever, right? Except like 13, 18. And then you look at the analytics for your live streams, it's like 45 and up. Young people don't want to watch like 2 hour of just people just bullshitting. They don't like that. They don't have the attention.
Where does it say that for? It gives you the ages of the people.
Yeah.
I've never noticed that. And I
really
go into my analytics. Hang on, I'm in there.
Yeah. Analytics, and then click on audience.
I've never looked at my channel.
Oh, I never even.
Really?
Now let's see. Now where does it? All right, now.
Well, I mean, here I'll show you. I'll show you where it's at. I'll share my screen in a second. Let me get the porn off first before you guys want to see that, right? Hold on here.
Depends.
Let's see.
Probably not throwing
on
YouTube, yeah, I see the graph here, but I don't see like the ages and such.
Yeah, I'll show you. Let's see. I'll figure out if I remember how to share a fucking screen and
I don't know.
Entire screen. All right, there it is. All right.
Will it let you do it?
Share that screen. I just clicked share screen with you. Right. So
I'm in audience. Let me go back to the top.
There you go. So there it is. Right. So you see. So you go to analytics, you go to audience, right? And then you scroll down here. And then this is kind of nice. You see when do people watch you, right? So you drop a video an hour and a half before prime time. That's the rule of thumb. And that way you get maximum exposure, right? But you scroll down here and you see.
Look at that. Holy
right?
shit.
So age and gender, right? So
here it is.
This is interesting. This is interesting.
55 to 64 is 33.7.
Yeah.
45 to 54 is 50.7. 35 to 44 is 13%.
Mm-hmm.
And then 25 to 34 is 2, and then 18 or 24 and under is 0.
Check this, James. Check this out. Look at my screen. Watch. This is for videos for Lifetime, right? You see, I got a pretty average split, 21, 24, 33, 16,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
My age group, 55 to 64, is pretty small. I'm vibing with younger people for whatever reason. Now watch when I click live.
Yeah,
watch what happens when I click live.
Yeah.
Boom. 45 to 54.
Oh no. Mine went up on my 55 to 64.
That's it. That's what happens because old people watch live streams and young people don't.
Dude, I
All
never
right?
even
That's what
noticed
happens.
that.
Yeah.
James,
Yeah,
just so you know, Agile gave you a super chat.
Oh,
nice.
shit, Agile. I'm sorry.
It might have been Joe. It was one to you.
Educating James. Man, shut up.
Oh God.
Let's
I
see.
thoroughly enjoyed watching the show the other week when James kept having audio issues, and I'm like, "This is the greatest shit ever. This is just entertainment."
That was funny.
Yeah. See this. Okay, let's go back to content, or was it overview? Was it overview?
Audience.
No, audience.
Oh, audience.
Yeah.
Audience. Okay.
And do it for last Lifetime, James, not just last 28 days. Do it for Lifetime, top right corner there.
Well, it's still trying. There it goes. All right. So
Yeah.
this is the last 28 days. So it's 54. I'm getting more 45 to 54, but then
But that's
live.
all. James.
How do you do it from Lifetime?
Click on video. First,
See the
click on
top,
video.
see the drop down on the top right where it says last
top
28
right
days.
is-
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Click Lifetime.
Lifetime. Let's see here.
Right now, James, you're looking at all. All doesn't give you good info. Click on video.
Oh, I know. I will when it finishes.
Yeah.
It's trying
Video
to
is the uploaded ones. They're pre-recorded, right?
what now?
Click on video.
videos.
There you go.
Videos.
Click on video. That's the pre-recorded, and then you click on live, and you see the split.
99.9. I got one female. I know who that is. That's shit. What's her name? Anyway.
Got her name already.
Southern Belle is her handle. I forget her name.
Jimmy said it's like watching monkeys use tools for the first time.
And then live, it went. Well, now it's doing it different.
All old people. That's what it is. You're 95% old people when you do live, James.
Nice.
That's because young people don't have the patience to watch old people yak all the fucking night. That's what it is.
It's so
Or
much
to
fun,
desire.
though.
That's so
I
cool.
agree.
I never knew that. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank
It's a
you,
good
Joe.
time.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I have
Yeah.
a bunch of damn old fuckers watching me.
James, I hate to break this to you, but you are an old fucker.
Chat, brother.
Aren't we all? I got to turn the AC on again. It got fucking warm in here. Hold on a minute.
I'll be 42 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you just a baby.
I'm a baby.
All that is Jay. Hello.
42. Shit,
Yeah.
dude.
He's still a baby. How old are you,
I'm a youngin'.
Joe?
I am 55 plus.
I'll be 60 in October.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
I do it the other way. I do like this is the X anniversary of my 21st birthday. That way, neither number is really that big. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have an old boss that I used to work for who would always celebrate her 28th birthday every year.
Happy birthday, Jimmy-san.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with you and Michael at some point, Agile.
I
Joe, you
won't
too.
be-
We got to go to the same con at some point. You should go to CNY next year.
I might. I was supposed to go to North Texas this year. I bought the tickets in November. I paid for the tickets. I paid for the hotel. Paid for the airfare. Everything was paid for. It was $1,500. And then I got up on a Monday morning and I'm like, I just don't want to fucking go. I just didn't want to go. I was burnt out. There's a lot of shit going on, life shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't have the social batteries to go. So I just like, fuck it. I'm out $1,500, but I spent the whole week. I took the week off anyway, and I worked on YouTube shit all week. So I helped boost the channel up a little bit. So it worked out good. So yeah, waste of money, but I don't know that I'll ever go to North Texas again, tell you the truth. I just don't want to. Maybe I'm too old to like I hit that age where I just don't want to fucking travel that far anymore or have to fly out.
That I get. That I understand.
And so I mean, I do ShireCon because it's an hour away. It's beautiful. I mean, I think Professor Dungeon Master might even make it soon, from what I heard, rumor. Because he's retired now and all that, so he can make it up there. But yeah, it's a good con, ShireCon. It's a couple hundred people, and it's just a fun, relaxing, chill time in an old VFW hall, 2 different bars. I mean, it's great.
Yeah,
I ran a game there and I was set up my table right next to the bar. I'm like, this is great. Fill her up. I just pivoted. I didn't have to move, you know?
Amazing.
I was watching Angelo's live stream. Where were y'all at? In Texas?
North Texas.
I hung out with Angelo a bit at North Texas. I hung out with Angelo a lot more at EggCon 2 weeks ago.
Okay. But he done a live stream and Dan was tore up from the floor up.
I can neither confirm nor deny that my blood alcohol
Before I
content
even
was.
realized, I'm looking at Dan. I'm like, that boy's drunk.
That is true.
Say that again.
At EggCon, I was hanging out with Angelo and Blair, and my blood alcohol level was really high. I'm very glad that I was. That Lake Geneva is only 50 minutes.
I've noticed, like, not too long. I mean, she may have been with him for a while. There's a woman that I'm constantly seeing. You know, him posting pictures of them over at his house doing stuff.
Yeah, that's Blair in his
sister. What is she to him?
Girlfriend.
She was on that stream. Oh, I didn't know. I mean, I weren't trying to pry. I'm just like, seems like all of a sudden I started seeing her with him.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
so
okay.
James, I know it's been a while for you, but sometimes when a man and a lady really like each other,
I didn't know if it was a relative or a neighbor or a friend or what.
No, he's from Montana, not Mississippi.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm not from Mississippi, so.
I
didn't know who.
Blair's super cool. Hung out with her a lot too.
Yeah, Ducato too. I met with him at ShireCon too. Good guy.
Yeah,
good guy, Ducato.
Does she play D&D or is she what?
Oh yeah, no. She and I were in. Angelo and I were in Greg Gowron's game at EggCon.
Okay.
He ran Tomb of Kazakh Mott. That was a lot of fun. It was one of 2 games that I actually survived in because I died a lot at EggCon, as it should be.
As it should be. It's a convention game. You do dumb shit because it's a one shot.
Exactly.
You know?
Con game, kick the door.
That's it. You're not fucking around. You're not getting into character. You're not. What is my character's motivation? You're saying my character's motivation is to kick ass and take names. That's where your character's motivation is. You know?
Yeah. When I was at GaryCon this year, I was in an OSE game and it was a fun game, but there was like one guy at the table that was playing like it was, you know, his home campaign game, and he was like, "Well, I'm going to listen to the door and check for traps," and he was taking like 15 minutes on every door. I'm like, "Buddy, con game, 3.5 hours, dungeon crawl, kick the door."
Have crowbar will travel, man.
Yeah,
you know, yeah. Ducato. He had said to me, because we're at the bar, we're kicking back with him and Eric and me and a few others, and at ShireCon, he's like, he said he would volunteer to test my game. So I have to do so many monsters, dude, in order. This is good because there's motivation. So he said, I'm going to print up a bunch of players' handbooks for you. I got to get a good selection of monsters for you that you could fuck around with it, you know?
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
I'm looking forward to your 5e hack. I'm looking forward to your 5e hack. So
me too.
Because
I've fucking done.
I've played a lot of 5e, and 2014 5e is fine as a base game. There's still some like fundamental flaws with like short rests and that kind of stuff, but that's easy.
Yeah.
And as long as you don't allow multi-classing, it's fine.
That's another key. That's
what
another
is
key.
this?
Jewels.
That's a new form of currency. I don't know what the fuck they're good for, but yeah, I don't understand them.
I believe it's on the mobile apps only, and I think it's like YouTube's version of Twitch Bits, where once you get like 1,000 jewels, it becomes $1 or something like that. So
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah. I just noticed my ear trumpet gave me a super chat of $3, so thank you very much for that. Just scrolling back in my chat there. Yeah.
That's a familiar name.
I do have Old Swords Reign, and I think it's a pretty good take on 5e as well. It strips it down to just fighter, cleric, thief, magic user, and it's pretty interesting.
I had a question in there. All that is Jay. It says, "Hey Joe, I presented your house rules to my 5e group. They agreed. It seems to make a lot of sense. The most pushback was on using player skill over the character skill. Can you explain that?" I could, but I'm going to direct you to the guy who pretty much coined the phrase. it basically, if you pick up the Swords and Sorcery, the latest rules and options book, I think the expansion, Matt Finch is the one who invented this, right? In terms of the basic principles of old school play. But in summary, if you're not going to get that, in summary, player skill over character skill is what's on your character sheet. So in other words, people who want to use character skill, they want to say, well, my perception is this, my searching is this, my investigation is that, my intimidation, my persuasion is plus something, so I roll to see. Whereas player skill is, I'm not going to roll perception to see if I find a secret door. I'm going to take my dagger and I'm going to just slide it open and I'm going to run it along the brick and see if there's any gaps and see if there's anything I could push. Or, you know, that's player skill. It's using the players using their noggins rather than the players using what's written on their character sheet, in summary. But good, you got the primer there. That's good.
I alt tab for 1 second to go get the link to the quick primer for old school gaming. I come back, alt tab back in, just waving around a dagger. That's awesome.
You know. I always gotta have a dagger. You know, I always gotta have a dagger nearby. I haven't got a K-bar knife. It's my whenever I do unboxings, I unbox with a K-bar knife. You know, because you can't beat a K-bar for unboxing. You know.
Yeah, I've got a Bowie knife. So, but what he's talking about, it's called the Quick Primer for Old School Gaming. It's on games.com. PDF is completely free, and that is like the single best document for teaching, like trying to teach players that are maybe not used to old school games and are used to skill-based systems like 3E and above, like how to kind of get your mindset right for old school games. It's he reprinted it in the Swords and Wizardry Complete Revised Book of Options, which is an amazing book. So
awesome book, and he expanded upon it in there too. I mean, get that book for that alone is worth it. But if you ever read Questing Douche's book about all this kind of stuff, you'll notice a lot of similarities between Questing Douche and, you know, surprisingly, without giving any credit, you know,
the Principia Apocrypha was Questing Beast's version, which man, it's real similar.
It's shockingly similar.
So, yeah, it's really weird.
And it's in his RPG, a lot of shit ton of tables. And didn't that happen to come out just after AI came out? Not saying
that I don't know, but it's very, very similar, and not really anything new that I remember in it. So
no. Shellback's got to leave time for mass because I guess
Shellback later, buddy.
Shellback's in Japan. He's got
to go confess his sins for listening to us talking shit.
Listening to you.
Yeah.
Agile says Joe is so full of love.
I only have 2 people, or maybe 1.5. Questing Douche is one, and that guy that Luke, his name Luke. I forget his name. The redheaded dude, Luke Hart. Yeah, that guy. I do a couple of videos on. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there. I think that they just, you know, you ever know the guy who can tell you everything about a car, everything under the sun, but they can't fucking fill the tank or change the oil or change a flat? That's these guys. You know, you read Playing at the World, you read the history of stuff, you do your deep dive study, you're the professor of RPGs, but you don't know if this is a D20 or a D12. Those, you know what I mean? There's some guys out there who make a living on YouTube doing that shit, I think.
Yeah,
they got no cred, none.
Well, most of the people that are like that are these younger ones. You know, the ones that are really super young. This got 500,000 subscribers.
Oh, I don't have that.
You're not super young. I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm not going to call names, but we know who they are.
I mean, so I will say, with regards to Luke, I met him at GaryCon. He's a very nice guy.
Seems like it.
His tweet on morale was pretty brain dead.
That was stupid. That's what I shit on him in that video for. It just, I look back and said, didn't I shit on him once before? Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I shit on my very first video on my whole channel was shitting on Luke for something. Yeah, and my very first, I was like, I know I shit on him for one thing, and I haven't shit on him ever since in 3.5 years.
I mean, do I think he's a sellout? Yep, I do. I think he's Luke. I think Luke is a sellout.
He's a nice guy.
Fell out because of everything that they've done toward Gary, but I do get
different Luke, not Luke.
I'm sorry. Well,
his channel's DM Lair. He's actually really nice.
Oh, I know who you. Okay.
Yeah. He used to do a bunch of skits where he would dress up as like the barbarian and everything.
Yeah. They're funny.
My bad. I thought.
Yeah, he was a nice guy, and apparently he used to teach for poor kids in Central America or some shit. That means that he's generally a good person. He's just wrong on shit. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to shit on him as a person, just on his wrong takes. You know, I'm not going to call him a douche like other people. You know, so
you know, it's called blowing smoke out your ass, and you don't really know what the hell you're talking about, but you're trying to to push that perception across to everybody. Like,
I don't know who Matt Lynch is.
I don't know
no idea who Matt Lynch is.
I've never heard of that name.
Do you mean Matt Finch? I don't know.
Is that yeah?
They're in a long time. Obi-Wan. Perfectly said from Obi-Wan too.
Obi-Wan off man.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I like Luke. Oh,
yeah, he's a good guy. I said that in the video multiple times. Luke from the DM's Lair is a good guy. He just fucking wrong on that point on morale. You know, he was just fucking wrong. So that's why I called him out. You know, yeah. So, were you guys looking forward to anything for I'm gonna watch the entire stream. Because, like I said, Flint ran us through, jumping through it here and there, and I saw bits and pieces. I was planning on watching the rest of it tonight, the whole thing. Are you guys gonna watch it, or I'm looking forward to anything? Did you watch the whole stream, or how'd it go?
I watched it with James and Bloodworth and Stan with Takato. We watched it on Discord together.
It was rough.
The first 30 minutes is just a whole lot of nothing, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's like 35 minutes, I believe. Yeah, before they ever. And it's all these big names. And what really made me mad, I really thought when they brought Luke out, the Luke that I was talking about, he mentioned Ed, and I was like, they're fit to bring. Even you said it. They fit to bring Ed out.
Yeah,
they didn't. They brought Luke out. I'm like, what the hell?
Make no sense.
In the same sentence, they mentioned Ed Greenwood, and boy, they talked it up. Oh my God, the legend of the, blah 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 blah, and then Luke Gaga, and I'm like, what?
Well, the thing that I thought was conspicuously absent was in the beginning. Dan Ayub mentioned that they want to, start bringing people together that have played all versions of the game and everything, but they didn't announce anything related to any of like the old editions or old school anything. It was all setting based stuff. But like their attempts at Dark Sun, like those aren't going to bring back the people that played Dark Sun and 2E and loved Dark Sun.
But it's like we were talking about at the beginning of the stream. Okay, you're going to bring back Dark Sun, but you're going to cut out all the slavery. So how are you bringing back the old timers to Dark Sun when you're cutting the one big thing that drove that setting? I mean, I don't understand how you're saying that we're going to bring everybody back from the old days, but you're cutting out. I don't get it. So what they had slavery. The characters are the ones that's going to put a stop to it.
Exactly.
Unless Lord Mattias is in your game, then he collects the escape ones and sells them. Which is hilarious.
You want to handle that there, Dan? You want to jump in that one?
This is a good one. There's a difference between player skill and role playing. For example, if a player is intelligent, should they intentionally avoid using their own knowledge? No. When your character has 6 intelligence, that doesn't mean that they're a drooling Forrest Gump idiot.
No.
It might mean that maybe they're not good at I don't know, reading books and retaining knowledge from that sort of thing. But that doesn't mean that they're incapable of interacting with the world around them and making some deductions about what's there. So same thing with like charisma. Like I've been in games before where in college where I had a character that had a charisma of like 7, standard dumb stat stuff. And they'd be like, no, you can't really like play. You can't, make that decree because your charisma's too low. Like, fuck off. It just means I'm an asshole. It doesn't mean I don't know how to talk to people.
Exactly. It comes off like an asshole. That's the difference.
I on Critical Role, but you can also look at it in the aspect of Grog. He had a 3 intelligence, and he interacted fine with everything.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like you can ham it up a bit and make it kind of funny and make it like a character.
I thought he did a good job. Role playing his character with a 3 intelligence. I mean, he played what I would think would need to be played.
Right.
Yeah.
But no,
you got a point, Ravenclaw. We don't know what's coming. True, but we have seen patterns over the last 20 years.
True,
and we don't trust because of said patterns.
And
they're not going to have
people forget there were Dark Sun books in 4E. and they had already removed all that shit back then.
Yep.
So
they're not going to have slavery in the 5e books.
I have no reason to believe that it'll be. I would be happy to be proven wrong, right?
Oh yeah,
if they come out and they're awesome, that'd be great.
I don't think that's the way it's going to be, though.
Yeah, but I mean, even case in point, one of the main things about Dark Sun is there's basically no metal left in the world, right? Because the world has been, we'll say, graped of all of its natural resources by Defiler magic. There's like nothing left. So in Dark Sun, if you've never played it, the weapons are made out of bone and like insect chitin and obsidian, and your weapons can break. If you find like a steel sword, that's like finding like a +3 sword to sharpness in like a 1E game, right?
Yep,
it's
exactly.
It's something very rare and very awesome. And in all the, if you go look at all the art, there's a bunch of people with like a whole bunch of metal swords and metal like pauldrons and shit on their armor. It was just weird to me.
Whoops. Wrong one. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Matt Finch. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he ought to promote Matt Finch, as he wrote a book based on Matt Finch's book, so he ought to promote him. You know.
No, he was talking about Luke, not Questing Douche.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad.
We're gonna see what they do with the Dark Sun. I mean, I would feel comfortable putting money on that they're going to take slavery out of it.
Yeah.
But
Dan
said, I will not be mad if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am.
None of us are pro-slavery guys, just for the record. Not one of us here.
It's just it's part of it.
I'm pro setting and world integrity.
Bingo.
I mean,
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Part of the game, and it's no. Yeah, I mean that whole slavery thing is just dumb. People tend to forget that the players are playing heroes that are against that kind of stuff.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we're not pushing it. It's just there. It's just like 8-1 through 4. And the Castle Entertainment trilogy for Marquesa, that's all about slave lords. Some of the most fondest memories I have of running games is when I run A1 through 4 in Germany. Right. I mean, we had a blast.
Yeah.
Well, and modern day WotC has worked very hard over the last several years to even a decade of trying to remove like intrinsic evil from D&D. Right, you need to have something evil to fight against, otherwise you don't have a conflict.
That's why there's specific races and specific monsters that are no longer in the books.
Yeah.
It's just the whole thing, and you think they're going to change their track record with the slavery? No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're not going to do it.
You know, the difference is when we go back and research this, when Wizards of the Coast TSR got in trouble with the Bible Belt people and all that shit. And everybody's coming down on, you play D&D, you're summoning demons and yada yada, And so basically they came out with this document that pretty much laid out all the rules that must be in every game, in every module, in every adventure. Everything had to be heroic, fighting against evil and all that. Now that's a second edition thing, because I believe it was, because if you look back and first edition D&D and you look at the player's handbook, right, get a digital copy and look for the word hero or any derivation of hero, heroic, heroism. The word does not exist in AD&D 1E player's handbook except as a title for a fighter. There is no word of hero anywhere in there. You're not heroes, you're adventurers, right? And so that's a huge difference. Huge difference. Swords and sorcery influence versus Tolkien heroic fantasy influence,
Yeah, early D&D referred to itself as a fantasy adventure game.
Yeah,
not a heroic game. They're different games.
Didn't have combat wheelchairs. Didn't have ramps in dungeons. Didn't have the X card to throw up in the middle of a game. Didn't have pronouns under your name on a live play. You didn't have none of this bullshit. It's embarrassing. And this new generation, they're just eating it up like wolf tickets because they don't know no better. That's what they were.
I really question how much those people actually play.
Well, that's the point. I think that's the difference. I think a lot of these authors, all these, remember that book that came out with all the different ethnicities in it, nationalities, whatever, wrote different adventures from their perspective of their ethnicity or nationality, whatever the hell it was. From what I understand, from what I heard, a lot of these people don't even play D&D. They kind of inserted a short story into an adventure and just called it a D&D adventure, but they didn't really play D&D.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just if you don't play the game, if you don't have any experience, if you're hiring freelancers, you got rid of the creative team there, man.
Yeah.
You got rid of all the old people with the knowledge and the heritage. I don't care what their race, their ethnicity. I don't care what their, male, female, whatever. You need people with knowledge. You need institutional knowledge. When you get rid of institutional knowledge, I think you could outsource it. You destroy the hobby, you destroy your game, and you end up outsourcing to people like Cobalt Press, Forgotten Realms, and outsourcing to Luke Guy's Greyhawk. Because you don't have it anymore. You can't do that. I
want to touch on something. How we were talking earlier about how WotC is doing all the pushing all the non-white races and everything. And I run a Dragonlance campaign around a table when I lived in Georgia. I was like 6 or 7 years ago. And one of my I call him, he's like a son to me. He's a black guy named Jonathan. And when I explained I went in and I said, okay, and y'all went to I forget where we were at. I think they might have been in Gateway or somewhere. And they went, I said, you go into an inn. And they said, well, what do we see? And you see like 8 or 9 people sitting around drinking or eating and whatever. And you see a barkeep with a woman behind the counter. I kept it generic. I didn't emphasize. You see 4 white people and a black dude and 2 trans people sitting over here kissing. I let the players decide what they want. You know what I'm saying? That makes it. Let the players decide what it is, and
let your mind fill in the blanks. I do like Takato here. If there was a ramp in an old school dungeon, you could be assured a giant boulder was going to roll down it and smash your characters.
That's some Indiana Jones for sure. Yeah. But I mean, keep it generic. I've always said this. Quit trying to shove it down people's throats. Let the players decide what they want, how they want to perceive it.
I've had gay people in my games at my table. I've had trans people in my games at my tables. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me. I just don't care. Don't care. But you know what I mean? It's an irrelevant thing. Are they there to have a good time? And are they down for the type of game I'm going to run? Because you're not ever going to see an X card thing. I lay it out. This is a game where you're going to have all this shit in there. If you might have a problem with it, it's not the game for you. All right. I lay out all the things you might see.
The same thing.
And it's like, it is no hard feelings, no disrespect intended, but I'm not going to change my game that I put stupid amounts of time in to suit somebody's whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to do it. So, I'm just going to make sure the game I want to run.
Especially when I run an online game, I usually pick up strange people I don't know, and I want them to understand this is what I'm going to run. I make sure I'm a big thing with campaign blogs, and I have a page that says, so you are interested in becoming a player. Here's your page. Read this. Got all the links you need for everything that's important. And down here in the middle, I tell you exactly. We're not going to be using pronouns. We don't use no X card. If you get triggered, you don't want to be in this game. I let everybody know, this is a normal adult game. And if you can't deal with that, you need to go find another game. I don't need you. And I'm not going to have a tavern with half the people in there gay and all. I'm not doing all that crap.
I had that in my game once. I had a gay bar in my game for my players, and they went there. And it was, because it fit what was going on in my game. It was an entirely gay bar. It didn't matter. But if I lay up,
I keep all mine generic. That way I don't want to offend nobody. I don't want to, that's bullshit. Why would we have this in here? Or why would we have gay bars? Or why would we have I don't give a damn about all that. I run a normal old school 1980 style game. And if you don't like it, you're going to find you another game. No hard feelings. Peace out, bro.
Look at it, dude. And as we all get older here, right? We're all 50s, 60s, whatever. As we all get older and older, we realize that there's less and less time we have left, right? There's less and less time that we have. So if I'm going to spend, because I'm notorious for spending 10 hours to prep for a 3-hour game, if I'm going to spend 10 hours of prep, it's going to be for a game that I want to run. Right. I'm not going to prep 10 hours for a game that I don't want to run because I don't want to spend my time running games I don't like because I don't got that much time left.
Yeah. So, I ain't got time for all that silliness. I don't care if I hurt somebody's feelings. That's just the way I feel. And I don't care if you join my game, But I know the people that want to say, and I make sure you read this page, you read it because it's important. It's for you. And then anybody after that, I say, now, if you still at the very bottom, if you read down to here, if you're good with everything, and this is how you apply. And that's how I get my players. I've never, not one time in 49 years of running games and playing, have I ever had an issue with a player not being like-minded like myself and the other players. Not one time.
Yeah.
Because I make it clear up front. This is what I'm looking for, and this is what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
It's not being a dick or trying to be rude, but this is the kind of game I play. I've run my games the same way since 1977. I run the same exact way right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've gotten better, but
I
thought I was pretty good 10 years ago. And I look back at myself 10 years ago, I thought I sucked. And so I think I'm okay now. 10 years from now, I'm trying to look back at myself now. I think I sucked, right? So you're always getting better and better, right? But you're running the same style of game. You're just doing it better.
You don't run into those kind of people as much in classic tabletop gaming that you do in the 5e and the more modern systems anyway. So you really, you don't really. I've had a couple. We've had a couple in Discord that, hey, it is what it is. If you don't like it, you don't have to be in my Discord. Just take a walk. It's okay. No hard feelings.
No. Sure, yeah. Do what you want. Do what you want, man.
But yeah, I mean, I got you though. I feel you. We just a bunch of old men that enjoy tabletop gaming from years back, and running a game. I just run my shit my way. Yeah, and it's your game. You should run it your way. You should run your game the way you want to run it, and then let people join your game that want to be part of that. That's how you get good players. You make it up front. You make it clear up front what you're looking for. I can't emphasize that enough, because if you don't, and this is why too, when I get new players in, we're going to sit down in voice chat in Discord, and we're going to talk, and I'm going to get to know them before I let them come into my groups, because I want to.
Just a good question. I don't think I have your Discord, James. What is it? Can you share the link there? I don't know what the hell it is.
Let's just go to my channel, and it's I'll send it to you in a DM.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
I already gave it to you though, but
what the fuck? What?
I think I gave it to you in Messenger.
Are you serious? You're not
sure? Let me. Anyway, look here. You can go down when we get done, and I'll try to remember.
Yeah. I'll look if it's in your description of your shit. I'll look at it in there. I'll look there. Same with mine.
And
all my links are in there too.
Well, I'm in your Discord.
Yeah. You're in mine. But I'm not in yours.
I thought you were, but maybe not.
Usually, if somebody sends me a link, I usually click on it, and just join a Discord. I'm not a big participant in most Discords, not even my own, but I usually join them just because I like to see what's going on once in a while.
See here. Well, here let me see. Hold on. Let me see here, Joe. Okay. Why are you? We have talked in Discord. Why?
Yeah, I'm talking in Discord. Or you know what? We've talked in Facebook, dude. That's what it is.
No, we've talked in No.
Facebook. We're pretty much a Facebook chat group, you and I.
Maybe
that's
we
why.
haven't talked in Discord. That's crazy.
We've been doing Facebook, so yeah.
Let's see here. Joe, where you at, Joe? Which has been we hadn't talked in a little while.
I know. We gotta scroll down.
Where you at?
Been worse than
shit, you're not that far down here. I'll send it to you, bro.
Yeah. All right. That's cool,
that
man.
ain't it. That sure ain't it. Hang on.
Yeah. Well, Edgelord King, it's like there's so many different social medias, right? And it's like if you follow them all, you burn out. First of all, Facebook is a cesspool, right? I use Facebook.
I don't even use Facebook. I use
I'm there. I'll spam a link here and there for stuff. You know what I mean? There it is. I'll spam a link on Facebook for a video or something, but that's kind of it. I got a Facebook group, but that's pretty much it, Other than that, not so much on Facebook. I hit Twitter once in a while. Hey, man.
Yeah, we've been
Twitter once in a while,
I don't really use Facebook. I mean, I got it, and I kind of every now and then I'll skim through it, but mainly it's just I just use it for messaging because I don't like talking on the phone. I'd rather just text. I can say what's on my mind, and then we're done.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't have Facebook or Twitter or any of that crap because I don't really see the point.
really,
Yeah.
you ain't
I
missing.
try to spend a lot of time responding to comments. So my response to my video comments take up most of my social media time. I don't have time to get into all the other shit, So
yeah, my comments are pretty active too. So I get you.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean,
You guys get comments? Weird.
sometimes I wake up and I'll have 15, 20 comments, and I got to go through and I try to reply to every one of them.
That's the problem, is because I reply to them all, I get more and more, and people know this. I'll get hundreds of comments on a video. It's like, holy shit. And at the very least, I read them and put a heart, but I try to respond with something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, your channel's about what, 5 times bigger than mine. So
I don't know. You're monetized yet? Where are you at, man?
Huh?
Are you?
James is monetized.
Yeah, I'm monetized.
You have, but you got the
1,000. We're working on. We're like 930 something.
Yeah. So you're almost at the top tier monetization. You're almost at that 1,000. Because you get 1,000 subs and 4,000 views. That's a better monetization. You get ad revenue.
Don't like with all the income that I make on my channel. When YouTube pays me out, I'm putting every bit of it into giveaways. So I don't need the money. And I've told them, I didn't even want to put them up. Everyone's like, go ahead and do it. So I did it.
Might as well.
I don't need the money.
Toward expenses.
It's going back it's going back to the computer. I wanted to get enough. I don't think I'm gonna make it, but I'd like to have got a payout before the OSC books release. Because I'd like to be able to order like 2 or 3 of them and then do giveaways on stream. But I don't think I'm gonna make it, which is fine. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't do like members only stuff. I'm not gonna put my community behind a paywall. I just I don't try to single out people because they give me money. Because you're not giving it to me, you're giving it to the community because I'm gonna put it right back into it. So
no, that makes sense. It makes sense.
That is exactly what I was referring to, Ravenclaw, specifically about the mules.
The mules were sterile created through forced breeding. Okay.
Sterile created through Yeah.
In second edition, the Sorcerer Kings basically force bred them as like work animals, for lack of a better term. And gladiators and that sort of thing. So that got retconned out in 4th. So that's why I'm not like super pumped for Dark Sun in 5th, but I'll give it a shot if it's cool. That'd be nice. But
that's what you meant. Okay. I didn't know what the fuck that question was in the comments. I was like, what do you mean? What? Okay. Now I know what you're saying. Yeah. I do. Because I do members only live streams. Every once in a while, I'll see after every time I run a game, I log in, the game ends 11:30. I log in at midnight or whatever. I'll do it. Here's a recap of what happened in tonight's game. I do that for the members only. And then I put a link usually in the chat where they could just join like this, like Dan did, and just talk about what the hell's going on. Here's the game, blah, blah, blah. Or sometimes I do members only streams. But just a social group like this. We can log in, there's 6, 7 of us just talking like this. And it's not broadcast. It's just a members only stream and people get to see it. And I'm using it for ideas for like I'll recap the game because my brother and my friends I run things for, I make sure they're not paid members of my channel. So I could talk about, hey, here's what's coming in next session, and they're not hearing it, right? Stuff like that. So
yeah.
So to Edgelord's comment, I agree. So Chubby Funster's coming out with Shadow Sun Revised. The Kickstarter is going to go live in September. There is a pay what you want quick start on drive-through. So if you play Shadow Dark, it's awesome. And it's a ton of content that you can get for very little or even no dollars. And highly recommend it. It's great. So I agree. The 6K substream was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was cool. And I'm closing in. I'm like 65 something now. So maybe by the end of August, I'll hit 7, and so I get 7,000. And, I like to be 7,500 just in my head. I don't know why, but 7,500 before I go with the live campaign in the fall. That'd be kind of a nice little benchmark. And if I hit 10,000 by the end of the year, that's a good day. You know what I mean? 10,000 subs. That's a good time.
I ain't even really paying attention to, none of that with mine.
I'm at 157.
Well, we're trying to up. Everybody go to Dan the Final Arbiter.
Yes.
Give me some love.
Definitely.
I mostly just
check
stream.
it out.
But
Check out you're running good games.
Thank you.
It's really fun. It's a good time watching it, and I just wish you would kill Flint. I'm telling you, I don't understand. Man.
I don't kill people. Their poor decisions do.
I will give you this $5 of Flint's if you kill Flint. Would be very fitting. I will mail this to you.
If you're still watching, might
That would
be
be
the end of
perfect.
Nilius.
Oh shit, that's good. That's
Man,
good.
we hit our 2-hour mark.
Yeah, we pretty
We've
pretty
had
good.
a
Yeah,
good time tonight.
yeah.
This is and
Yeah, it was fun.
and just to let Joe know, this is probably. I mean, we're hovering at 62 now.
Yeah, we did good tonight.
Yeah,
I mean, my channel. I looked a while ago. I was up to 32 at one time.
I got
This has been
31.
our best stream over here so far.
So Edgelord and I were at CNYCon. We were both in Joe Block's Adventures Dark and Deep game, and he definitely lightning bolted the shit out of me and he killed me.
Yeah, Joe's fun play.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I might make
He was
it up there.
He was
I
running.
might make it up there.
You should. It was like 250 people. It's a really good fun
that's a
con.
sweet spot. That's
Yeah,
like Shire
it is.
Con, you know.
It is.
That's a sweet spot for a con. You know, that's good. The only other one I've gone to recently is Total Con up in Mass, just over the border. It's about a little over 2-hour drive for me, 2.5. And so what I'll do is I don't want to like I'll drive up there in the morning, hang out during the day or something, hit the vendor booths, hit the bar. And it's the funny thing is you go there and there's 1,500 people or whatever. And so it's hard to find your people. But I know that if I go to the bar, my people will find me. Right.
Yeah.
And so
that's true.
Just eventually everybody goes back to the bar. It's so yeah. So just hang out there, meet everyone, hang out and bullshit and talk, So then I'll come back that night.
That's kind of what I do with games. So I'm outside of Chicago. So like all the ones that are in southern Wisconsin, Gary Con, Egg Con, those are in Lake Geneva. That's like 50 minutes. You need a hotel for those. And it turns out when you get real drunk at Egg Con, a Uber back to my house is only $70. So
nice.
Yeah.
Where are you at, Joe?
I'm in Connecticut. Okay. Originally a Jersey guy, hence the accent, but yeah, I'm up in Connecticut. So yeah. It's I'm near New Haven, basically.
Down here in Florida.
Is that where you live now? I know you moved, but where were you and where are you?
Georgia. I moved from Georgia.
You were from Georgia, now in Florida?
Yeah.
You went from hot to hotter? Jesus, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty rough down here.
Yeah, but he
really
moved to Wildwood, which is right outside the villages, so he can troll around on his golf cart looking for lady friends.
See, it storms every afternoon here, so you really don't feel the heat all that much.
Really? Okay.
Bullshit. Yeah, you do.
Shit. It has stormed it's a matter of fact, the last 2 days we've got early morning storms. It's storming at night. I mean, so it ain't. I mean, it's hurricane season, but we ain't had no hurricanes yet. So,
Edgelord does bring good whiskey.
All right, man. You tempted me. You're tempting me.
And we drink it in the hallway until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Which I'm almost out here. Jesus. I had told him. I said last year. I said, listen, I can't go to CNY because I'm going to be going to North Texas. And then I didn't go to North Texas. And then I was like, fuck, I'm just going to keep working on the YouTube shit. And I didn't go to CNY. So I kind of owe him. So I'll probably go to CNY next year since I'm not going to fly to anywhere. I
don't blame you for that. Flying sucks.
It's just a lot. I went to North Texas a few years ago. It was a great time, but I just didn't have the social batteries left to do that. Maybe I'll go again at some point when I get the batteries up again, but CNY is close. It's 2.5 hours from me. I don't know. I feel like what was it? Getting too old for this shit. What was that movie?
Lethal Weapon.
There you go. Yeah, I relate.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive to Gary Con next year. And the only reason I'm going that far north is because I got invited. So I'm gonna drive to it. I'll take a whole week and just.
I saw that. You said you got invited. Are they paying for your flight and your hotel?
No, they paying for my badge and everything.
Oh, your badge. Okay. It's like, God damn, man, how do you get on the flight and hotel?
No.
I mean,
I ain't going that much.
I don't even know. If someone even offered to pay for my flight and my hotel, I still don't know if I'd go.
I don't know.
That's how little I want to leave my pillow in my own bed.
Which I was shocked because I don't consider myself a big channel. I don't know how they even found me. So but I got an email. It was the day after No One of Consequence done his, which he applied. And
Okay.
I just got finished telling him, I'm like, yeah, I ain't even bothered with it because that's too far north. And got up the very next morning and had an email waiting on me.
Nice.
So I'm like, well, hell, all right. I got a free badge. I might as well go. So, I mean,
so if you got a free badge at ShireCon, would you go?
If I got it, I mean, if I got, if I was invited and they paid for my badge or whatever, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Where's that at anyway?
It's in Connecticut. It's about an hour from me. I'm near New Haven, so it's on the outskirts. So Connecticut, think of Connecticut as a square. I'm down in the middle center. ShireCon's in like the Litchfield County area. So yeah, it's up in the northwest.
I mean, I haven't. When I used to go heavy to cons. I went to every Dragon Con, and I wanted to go to MegaCon this year, but I was right in the middle of moving. That's not a D&D con, but I wanted to go see Star Wars Theory, and I was going to get one of the lightsabers too. But
nice.
I mean, local cons and stuff. I went to a bunch in Florida a little while back when I was hitting Dragon Con, but I hadn't really done too many of them up north. It's just, back then I didn't really have the money to do it, but I'm kind of sitting a little bit better now. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. No, that's cool.
I probably won't go to none this year. I'll wait till next year. And then that 2027 is going to be my con year.
Yeah, I mean the con season's kind of drying up though. There's a little bit in like October and a little bit in November, but for the most part, it's hey Angelo, what's up, buddy?
Hey, DM and friends, brother Angelo. Caught us at the very end.
Ever been to Gen Con before?
I went to last time I was at Gen Con. It was still Milwaukee. It was in like 1998.
Oh wow!
And even in Milwaukee in '98, it was still like 30,000 people. I think this year it was 80,000 at Gen Con or 85
That's
or
just
something
too damn
insane.
many.
It's a bucket list thing for me. Like that would be the one exception to the rule.
Yeah,
I would. I you know what I mean? It's like because you growing up reading Dragon magazine, seeing the ads, Gen Con, and all the things that are going to be there, and it's like I wish I went. Never had. That was broke. I was a broke kid. Could never afford it. I was a broke adult years ago. So now I think to myself, it'd be kind of cool to do it. And I keep saying, like, let's see, it's my 42nd year playing D&D, right? Maybe my 45th. I'll make the Gen Con pilgrimage, right? Just to say I went once before I croaked, right? So that might be a thing. Maybe 3 years from now, I'll make the pilgrimage to Gen Con or something. I don't know.
If we're gonna do that, we should like plan for a bunch of us to go the same year so we can hang out, drink, and play games together without having to register for games.
Agreed.
I think my bucket list was in Dragon Con. I played in it was 2 different years back to back, but I played in a Gary Gygax game twice.
Yeah, Agile said it was just over 70K on day one. I know it was completely sold out all days, including for walk-ups and everything. I saw the sign.
Yeah.
And they did say in the keynote that they're going to work to make it even bigger next year.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean
that's too big.
That's huge.
I feel like smaller cons are so much better.
I agree. I mean, Decato's been to the ShireCon. You sit back, it's an old VFW lodge out in the woods kind of thing. And, it's just chill. It's just a chill place, and you just relax and you sit around the bar and everybody knows each other. You say hi and, you chill. I mean, I've never been to the biggest con I've been to was the one in 1500 over in the Mass border there. And it's like, God, it's still that's congested. There's a lot of people. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, even Gary Con's 3,500 or so now in the Grand Geneva Resort, and there's way too many people. They have like 12 to 14 gaming tables per room. It's loud as hell. You can't hear anything. Yeah. It's hot in all those rooms because of all the heat.
It's all smelly because nobody fucking people haven't learned how to take a shower yet.
It does indeed smell like nerds. Yeah.
Body odor, and half of them ain't got the odor.
Honestly, if they wind up doing it again next year at GaryCon, the best games to play are Shadowdark, because Shadowdark games are all set up in like they call it the Shadowdark dungeon. It's in the basement rooms, but the AC works and it's like 52 degrees down there. It's awesome.
Great.
But like this year at GaryCon, there's a on the site they have a water park called the Timber Lodge Resort as part of it, and they drained the water from the pools. And to try to keep the humidity down, and that's where all the Fireport games were. So
prepare yourself, Consequence. Yes,
I've been. I don't mean to talk shit. GaryCon was a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun at GaryCon, but you just have to manage your expectations. And that is one con where it would definitely help to pre-register for games. The advantage of GaryCon is that there's a good number of old school style games. There's also a lot of 5e. It was pretty funny because when I was there, like you'd be walking around and there's you'd see like a 5e table and they'd have their, their session 0 little 15-minute thing where people would, there's one DM that was dealing out the deck of things that people didn't want to see in the game. And like they'd, put them all face down. They'd shuffle it up and be like, okay, this game will have no spiders. And this game will have like I saw it happen. It was funny as hell. And like all the like OSE swords and wizardry games, like, if the DM even addressed it, it would be something to the effect of, we're here to kill dragons. Like, just don't be weird. Let's go. Like, that's all it needs to be.
I bowed to that one time. There's a player in my game, and I've known this girl since she was tiny. She is the daughter of one of my good buddies, and she has a thing with spiders, so I don't have spiders in my game.
Yeah.
Normally, I would have said, listen, I'm going to have spiders in my game, so this may not be a game for you. But for her, I'll make the exception. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of a.
That's just you being a decent human being.
That's a normal. Yeah. I'm not going to be a dick. You know what I mean? So, but generally speaking, yeah. Decado says he's staying 2 nights. Now, that was crazy, dude. You ought to, man. You ought to, because they had, although Saturday night, it gets kind of dead later on Saturday night, because for ShireCon they do Friday afternoon, Friday night, and Saturday all day. But that last Saturday session, 8 o'clock, people are like filtering out. Yeah. The only problem with ShireCon is that it's in the middle of nowhere, and so you're Airbnb in it. Right.
Okay.
If you're going to it. So that's the only thing about it. And I keep saying you got to take it to a place where there's hotels, but he likes the aspect of it's ShireCon. It's on Bilbo's birthday, or as close as he can get to it. And then he's out there in the woods in the Shire. So he likes that. So I get it.
I love you, Ed Lord. You silly bastard.
Yeah. I've never been to ShireCon, so
it's fun. Yeah, it's Connecticut. I think you'll like it. It's the same vibe as CNY from what I've heard. Same exact vibe. So
yeah,
if you like that, you like this one. Yeah. Listen, gentlemen, I gotta get going. I
do too. I have to cook dinner.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. And this is fun. It was an impromptu
fun.
Yeah, it was great, man. It was good to hang out. We haven't tried talking to James forever. We've got to do a live stream, so it's kind of cool to finally get in.
All you got to do is DM me and let me know, my man.
This is fun. This is fun. Saturday is usually jumbled.
Same way with old Stan there. All you got to do is get with me and let me know about the Raging Swan. I'm good, man.
Man, that was so good watching you guys go nerd out about that.
Oh, we're gonna have fun on that stream.
I look forward to it.
There's 2 Raging Swan press nerds talking about. I even went and pulled out the Shadowed Keep on the Borderlands today and was just glazing through it because of what me and him got into last night. Nice. So. Yeah, nice.
So what I heard is you were glazing Shadowed Keep on the Borderlands today. Nice.
Yeah, you're only doing that because Joe's in here. That's it.
I don't think you know what glazing means. Boomer slang.
Yeah, I kind of do, but yeah.
So
yes, I've heard that slang before. But M. James, let's see here. Dakota, yep, we will do it. Yeah, shit, man. Yep. Whenever you're ready, brother.
Hi, RPGrandPa. We're just about getting ready to sign off. Sorry.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Go watch the stream, though. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Joe. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
you're always welcome here, man. You pop in my chat, I'll pull you in.
Thank you. Usually Saturdays are kind of booked with family shit and stuff, but I had a free day. So I'm like, I'm going to draw maps. I'm going to prep. And then I saw you guys. I'm like, I'll pop in. So now I got back to my prep. So
now we're back for 2 hours. Had a great time. Yeah. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Make sure everybody Final Arbiter on YouTube and Mr. Joe the lawyer.
Yeah.
And y'all go give them some love. And we appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Well, this is our biggest crowd we've ever had, and this is really thank y'all. We appreciate that because it ain't went up and down. It's been up here at like we hit 32 on my channel at one point.
I was in the 30s as well.
Yeah, we covered at 60 plus the whole stream. So
not bad for no advertising for my peeps. They just jumped in. They saw it live. There was usually advertising live stream. There was none. So that was kind of cool.
That means your peeps clicked the bell.
They did. They do.
Don't forget, like the streams, every one of them, every channel. Hit that like button. and start subbing to everybody
Yes,
and all that
yes.
good shit. Folks,
Mhm.
been fun. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joe, for
Thanks,
coming
guys.
on, man. You made it a
Thank
fun
you.
night.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great weekend,
Appreciate
everyone.
it. Take
See
care.
y'all.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.